Behind the bar
Tender.
with her. Ooh, if you're looking for me, I'm at the bar with her. Okay. Behind the bar tonight. Ooh, if you're looking for me, I'm at the bar with her. We have such a good group today.
Woo! Beautiful ass group.
Look at these beautiful people.
Yeah, this is a party.
Wow.
You guys dressed the fuck up.
Yeah,
Like,
this is why you guys are sitting in the fucking...
yeah, you three like look
Us
so
three,
good.
yeah.
You guys are ready to go
You
out.
included.
This is, I'm just
We
benefiting off the cheerleader side.
though. Keep the accessories.
hey.
All right, drip.
Damn.
Shout out hard
Andrew with
jewelry.
the camo. Can't see him. Can't see him.
Yeah, I'm not
Hard
here.
jewelry.
Where's your body?
Yeah.
You forgot it at home?
Just a head. All right, so let's start.
Let's start it right away.
Yeah.
You want to introduce it? Because we're... Okay. We're going to co-host this one because Lloyd is not here.
Yeah, we have a third person, Mr. Lloyd.
Lloyd
He's
Gunner.
our,
He's out with Carrington.
Do you have a straw with this?
You want a straw?
you want a
Yes,
straw?
please.
Okay.
May I
Thank you.
have one?
Do you have a
too,
bendy
please?
straw? I want a bendy straw. Oh shit, my chocolate eggs. I totally forgot.
Dude, I ate one.
You ate one?
I'm sorry, but they were so good. You guys have no idea how long Monica's been wanting to be on a podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's like,
Damn.
she's
Yeah.
such an insightful woman, and I'm grateful that
Thank you.
we're all together.
Hey.
Sorry,
Sick.
what? Why are you
Nothing,
guys
nothing.
laughing?
Can you vape that way, please?
Okay, yeah.
Sorry,
Sorry,
thank you.
No, I love it. Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Right? You can't just sit there and be like
Yeah, just
taking it like.
I'm high now.
Fun fact about Andrew, he's very sensitive to smells.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, really?
We've established that.
Yeah, there was one episode where like I just smelled all the smells and like heard all the noises. I think it was like we didn't take out the trash or something like that, and no one smelled it
Except
except for me. And I was like, yes, I smell that. 15 minutes later, they finally smelled it. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, we're co-hosting because Lloyd's not here. He's out with Carrington,
Camry
meeting the family.
Ooh.
Yeah, isn't that cute?
Yes, I know.
Have you guys ever like done that? Go on a family trip with your significant other?
No,
No?
not a trip.
I have.
Not
Never?
a trip.
Yeah,
not a trip.
I've gone camping.
Camping?
Yeah.
Oh, camping is intimate.
It is.
Yeah, because it's just you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we're not together anymore.
It's okay.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna start. Will's like,
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
okay. We're chilling.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Behind the Bar. This is episode number 14.
All right.
Hey.
Number 14. And as Andrew said earlier, we're missing Lloyd. Missing Lloyd. But we have 3 wonderful guests. That's why they're highlighted in the middle right now.
Yeah, literally, it feels like a panel of judges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're about to like go off on
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
fucking rap battle or something.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, let's get it. Let's get it. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, I'll be half your bartender today. My name is Mar.
I'm the other half. My name's Andrew. Drew.
And then we'll go down the line as our special guest. We have...
Nikkaela.
And
I am Will.
Milliana, one and only.
Oh,
Ooh,
Milliana.
Milliana.
So it's not.
Darn it, guys.
We're cutting this. I got confused
I
too.
go by
Yeah.
Milliana.
I was
I go
like,
by
Milliana.
Milliana.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's like me going by Mar on the
Mar.
podcast
Yeah.
and Josh
Yeah,
in real
same.
life.
Because the
Okay.
internet is a big, scary place.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I can bleep it out. Don't worry, bro.
Now I feel like I should have
Or
another
you could call me
name.
M.
Another alias. What
I think
would
it-
be your alias, Will?
What would my alias be?
Willamette. It's a place in Oregon.
Third.
Is it?
Yeah.
I felt like I just put on a suit of armor when you said that. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
why. I just sent me
Well
back
done,
to
you.
like, the Renaissance fair.
Knight and King.
I'm not
Willamette.
Willamette.
So, Willamette.
Okay, but what would your actual alias be? What do you think?
I don't know, cause
You know.
okay, cause I've been thinking about it, cause I used to go by just William on social media, but then I was like, I started making content, so I named myself Tofu Senpai, which I thought
Oh.
was hilarious and smart.
Tofu senpai.
Tofu Senpai, yes, because I really
Oh.
like tofu, and I like.
That's it. So you put 2 and 2 together.
And then now, I'm like, I feel like I've outgrown Tofu Senpai because I would go to like functions and people like, yo, it's Tofu Senpai. And I'd be like,
It is.
yeah. But like, I want to be treated seriously.
hear
So
you.
I've been thinking about like Will with a Zai at the end, like ZY, because it's my Chinese name initial.
Oh.
Will Zai?
Yeah,
Will
it's
Zai.
It
or
kind of
Will
sounds like
dot Zai.
bullseye.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Right?
Right on the dot.
But I want to give like a little bit of like, you know, I want to embody that Chinese root of mine
That's
a little
fire.
bit because Zhiyuan is my name and it like means like being serene with the self but dreaming far.
Wow.
And I feel like I haven't like embodied that, calling myself Will, calling myself Tofu Senpai. So
What does will represent?
what does Will represent?
So your Chinese name represents going far. So what do you think will like represents?
Represents the goofy side.
The goofy side.
The goofy side.
The look in your eyes when you said that.
I believe it. I believe it.
If you guys like pun, I was gonna say willing the good of the other.
No.
What?
Oh.
Willing the good of the other.
Oh wow. I feel like with Will, there's a lot of very cheesy puns. Y'all can say like when there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, if you're willing
I
to
love
search
that.
for them.
Yo, Fresh Prince, bro. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, sick.
All right, and we are drinking. I almost said vodka pineapple. It's tequila pineapples. Just
Tequila.
keep it simple, you know.
Tequila.
And on tap today, we got a special drinks, sponsored today by Russell Brewing Company.
Yeah. Our first sponsorship.
Our first sponsorship.
Hey.
Yep.
Shout out to
First of
Russell
many.
Brewing. We reached out to them and we went back and forth, and they hooked us up with some beers to try. So we're gonna try them for the next few episodes. This one in the big can. I don't even know what it is.
It's cream ale.
It's a
Ooh.
cream ale
Yeah.
since 1995. Doesn't really.
Wow.
Oh, there is a description on it. It says,
Does
"Our
it
proud
say
original BC Supreme Craft Cream Ale, a smooth, dark, full-bodied beer made with premium Canadian barley, specialty malts from the U.S., and aroma hops from Washington State. Cold conditioned for over 3 weeks, this beer is easy drinking with a creamy, smooth finish. Here is to another 25 years."
Wow.
Oh, I guess for a 25-year anniversary or something.
That's
Alright.
Oh, happy 25.
So, shout out to Russell Brewing.
It's older than me.
Thanks, Russell.
Thanks, Russell. And then we
We
also
love
have
ya.
this multi-pack. It has the Punch Bowl, which we tried on a previous episode, Honey
That's
Lager, Lemon Raz Radler, and then also the Cream Ale. So
Yes.
Sick.
we can also try that too.
I really wonder what cream ale.
Yeah, you guys want to
Tastes
say?
like-
It sounds
Okay.
delicious.
I'll pour some.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put this away.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I'm like expecting the taste of like cream soda,
That's what I'm
right?
saying,
Like
yeah.
It says it's like dark beer, which I'm assuming is like
More
might
on
be
the
a
bitter
little
side?
bitter.
okay. I got it.
Bartender got you. What kind of bartender? If I made you pour your own drink.
Make sure you
Imagine you go to a bar and he's like, "Can I get this?" And he's like, "Yeah, here,
Here you go.
let's pour it yourself."
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, that's
nice.
dark for
That's
sure.
so mesmerized.
that looks nice.
Sample.
So we'll take a little sip of this first.
Perfect. Thank you.
Smells like
Beer.
beer. There's a little bit of like cedar.
Oh, just so you guys know,
No.
Nikki is a wine concierge.
Oh yeah.
Connoisseur.
Concierge. I'm a
Concierge. She's a concierge. She's like,
Connoisseur.
concierges are like the people you meet at the front desk of a hotel. There's a difference.
they're there. The concierge is there to help you with something.
Sommeliers.
Yeah, she's helping me with the wine.
I
But
guess.
she does wine for work.
Call it what you
True.
will. Yeah. So smell and like taste is everything.
Ooh,
Oh.
I like
Tastes like
that.
beer.
It tastes like beer.
Tastes like beer.
Oh, you
But
should put
there's
that
like
on.
a certain like coffee richness to
Yeah.
it.
That's what the
You
dark.
know?
Where the dark
Very-
comes in.
I
yeah,
like
gives
it.
me Guinness.
Yeah, like almost like
Top
Guinness. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't taste alcoholic.
No, it
Not
doesn't
really.
actually.
I can drink
It's
one.
very
Actually
light,
doesn't. Yeah.
even though
You
it's
want
very
some?
dark.
I have a little bit.
Yeah.
What's he
Almost
gonna
like
sip?
chocolate,
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
like
it.
dark chocolate.
Oh, it does taste like chocolate.
Like you barely taste like.
That is good. Russell, you did well.
Thank
Happy
you.
anniversary.
Thank you,
Happy
Russell.
anniversary.
But to
Sick.
start it off, before we head into any questions, we're gonna take a shot of this
yeah.
tequila.
Oh,
course.
God.
Always gotta start off with a shot.
Cheers
Salud,
to
salud.
what?
La vida loca.
Cheers to our guardian angels.
Yes.
I pretty much
Sorry.
chased her already. Excuse me. You better not. You better not.
No, I want you to turn the gang
All the way up, just for that.
And we're gonna zoom in on your face.
It's just a scream.
I have the worst alcohol face. You know, like the sourpuss face
Yeah, yeah.
where you're just like,
Yeah.
you know?
It's a sourpuss face.
Some people love
I
it.
don't
I mean,
know
I
that
usually
word
cut it
came
out,
from,
but I think it's pretty
Yeah, there's
interesting.
sometimes
Last
funny.
time I left it in because yours was so
Oh, you
funny.
left a lot in last time. A lot in.
Great. That's how
Hey, and that was
our.
our. People love that episode. So
Yeah, that was like our best episode.
Really?
yeah,
of our
people
best.
really love
I watched the
what
whole
we have
thing.
to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
You did?
And I did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna have another best episode
Another good
today.
one.
Yeah. Let's get it.
Yeah.
All right. First question.
First
Oh my
question.
gosh.
Okay, the first question I have for you guys is when was the most petty you have ever been?
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Oh my.
Oh,
God.
looks like she has something to say.
You can go a little higher. Andrew.
No, I said, oh my gosh, because like I truly am not that much of a petty person, I wouldn't say.
No?
Yeah, because like if I don't like somebody, I just like to forget about them and forget that they ever existed.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Just erased.
just
Just erase, yeah, because it's like if you focus on something that makes you mad, like you're really just hurting yourself, you know?
That makes a
Wow.
lot of
Like,
sense.
when you're angry, you want them to feel your anger, so you do things to make, get at them.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like it's not paying you to be angry. It's not making you any healthier.
True.
You know what I'm saying? That's me though. Like,
No, I love that. I love that. 'Cause
No, that
it's
makes
like
sense.
You're disturbing your own peace by being petty and like acting on your anger.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm not a petty person. But, like, I'm so good. But I'm saying I respect. Yeah, I get it.
There's actually a
Yeah.
saying where like you wish death upon other people, you're actually doing the same thing for yourself.
exactly, yeah, because you have to
Oh.
hold that fire in order to spread it. You know.
Exactly.
Damn.
Damn.
And then it
Fire.
just burns you.
That's fire.
That's legit fire. Will's eyes, man.
He's like, oh shit.
Yo, where'd you guys find these two guests? You found me off the
Heaven,
street.
baby. You know what happened. From your dreams.
Monica's definitely coming back.
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
fire.
damn.
Wow.
That was
I
a great
love
announcement.
How did that make you
Thank
feel?
you.
That made me feel even more petty than I.
Bitch, you petty
No,
bitch. I'm
I
petty
feel like
too.
I'm also like, I try not to be petty, but I don't know. Like, I guess I always believe that if someone is a bad person, they'll get like
The karma will come
things
back.
will come around.
Yeah.
You know, what
Facts.
goes around comes
Yeah,
around.
I get that too.
And I think before, when I was younger, I'll probably like force it or I try to force it or try to like wish it upon them.
Yeah.
But now I'm kind of just like, all right.
Poor Will's in his bedroom with a voodoo doll.
But now I feel, now I feel like I'm just like, yeah, I believe that because I'm a good person, good things will happen to me. And like, I don't even know if I consciously think because you're a bad person that bad things will happen to you. I just think, I don't need to put that energy into like wishing you anything.
Yeah.
You'll get what you deserve simply because of like who you are.
Exactly. Like they'll fuck it up for themselves. You don't really have to do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been petty in my life. Like
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
definitely.
so
Yeah.
what's the most petty you've been then?
Let's go.
Get into it.
what's the most petty that I've
He's
been?
like thinking
Yeah.
about his words.
I feel like you're not that petty of a person.
I'm not.
Yeah. But
Like this one time that I was in college and we were supposed to do this, like I was in computer science, so we like program, make like little games and stuff. And I had a roommate, and the whole reason we started rooming was because we wanted to like make cool things together. And then before we roomed, I remember like freshman year, we're like, yo, we're gonna go to this competition next year and we're gonna kill it. You and I, dream team. Competition season comes around. I'm like, yo, we're still going there, right? And he's like, oh no, like I found 3 other people to go with.
Oh.
And it's a team of 4. And I was like,
All right.
He's like left you in the
asked
dust.
me.
Yeah, like, isn't this the whole reason like we roomed in the first place?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yo, I'm sorry." And I know that he went with those three to another competition, and they like got a really nice like prize there. And I was like, I feel like you're kind of just riding that high. And I felt really betrayed. So then I went to the competition by myself, and I found a team there.
Yeah.
Period.
And a day passed, and he calls me because it's like a 48-hour competition. He calls me. He's like, "Will, like, my team fell through. Can I still join your team?" At the time, I only had 3 members on my team, so I could have him.
Yeah.
But I was like, "Oh, I don't think so. I think it's kind of full right now. But like, good luck to you. Like, I'm sure you can make some."
Robert.
Yeah, no,
Damn.
whoever that is.
Robert. Bob.
Like, fuck you, Steve Jobs.
He's on the guy.
And I was like,
comes when
"Yeah."
it's nice. Like what?
I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure you can make something really nice as well. Like, you're talented and everything."
You tried to be nice.
And then we
Damn.
actually both got in like top 10, but
Okay.
I
But
won.
won.
But you won? Hell yeah.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
You, kept
You
pushing
won.
The way she
yourself.
goes.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
That's right, Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
I'm matching this to be Steve Jobs.
Damn.
That's petty, bro.
That's petty?
That
All
is-
right,
I
good.
think that's petty.
All right,
I
thank
would
you.
say that's petty.
Thank you. I tried.
Was there at least like an inch of you that was like, maybe you could be on my team?
There was. But like I knew that I would have benefited from him. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I let my pride take control of me. And I have this very strong sense of integrity, and I don't like betraying that. And I felt like if I let him betray me like that, and if I let him back into the team, it would have somehow misaligned with my own integrity.
Yeah.
It would have been like disrespecting yourself because somebody disrespected you in a way, and then to allow them to just come right back after that. It's like
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
yeah.
glad you didn't allow him.
I will say, like, I don't feel like the biggest person. I feel like,
Right.
yes, like if I was like Nelson Mandela, I'd be like, yeah, like I would forgive you. If I hold on to the past and the anger, then I'll always be imprisoned by it. Like, I get the
You
concept.
throwing
of
shade
it.
at me?
Hey, yo.
Hey,
But
let's
I
just
was
rewind
like,
back.
like I can't be like even if I know the concept.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes I wouldn't be able to like fully practice it.
Yeah, you're human, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's
No.
perfect.
And honestly, at the same time, if you had allowed him to come back in, what he had did to you initially would probably given him the okay to be like, it's okay to treat him like this.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's good.
It'd be like crossing a
Sometimes
boundary.
putting your guard up, even though if it's your own pride speaking, is beneficial to you because you have to
Exactly.
protect your peace.
Exactly.
No matter
Period.
Period.
You show
Period.
people how to treat you. What you allow is what you gonna get.
Yo, I feel like y'all hosting right now.
Yeah, I was like, we're here. Like,
You're literally
what are we
just
even
doing hand
here?
signals.
What are we
Like,
doing
she's
here
talking
right
and
now?
just like,
I'm
yeah.
Period. Let's go. Slay. Come on, boss.
That's poetry.
I'm done.
That's fire.
No. I don't think I've ever been that petty though.
No?
Nah, Josh is an angel.
No,
Really?
I don't
We've
think so.
You
established this.
seem like such a sweet soul.
I just like I don't know, like if I were to do anything like that, I'd feel bad. After doing it, I just feel bad like right away. I'm
back and
the
say
type.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm the type to do like say shit like that and then apologize like right after.
Fuck, man, I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like there are times because I don't get angry easily. Like it takes a lot. Like I have a lot of patience, but it takes a lot for me to like get to the point where I'm annoyed or angry or even to just express that like outwardly. So I feel like I don't necessarily do anything too petty unless it's like really took me over the top.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's like very rare. Like very rare.
yeah, but what is the most petty thing
Yeah.
that you've done? You can't just ask me
And then
to expose
And then
myself.
dodge.
And then-
Actually, I'm not.
And then going back to like,
Actually,
actually, I'm really nice. Anyways,
Most
next
petty
question.
I'm a fucking perfect human being. Next question.
Hey, don't think we forgot about your turn. What's your pettiest moment?
Oh, you got many.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
You said you're petty. You probably have
Yeah,
one. You
okay.
know already.
Petty. I feel like I'm not petty as a person when I'm like with friends, but when I'm in a relationship, sometimes I get a little.
I think that's where mine comes
no.
to. I think that's where mine comes
Oh my
to.
god.
I get a little
no.
petty. But like in the past, like I remember, like if my girl is like hanging out with a bunch of guys,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, like it makes me kind of jealous. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I hit up my homegirls. Like, okay.
That's fucking petty.
Really, hey,
That's fucking petty.
you guys want to hang out, like, you know? But like, I'm not trying anything. They actually my homegirls. Like, I never.
Oh my god.
Ever gonna do
You're
that.
hanging out with
Next
them out
time
of
he hits
spite.
you up, you'll be
Yeah.
like,
Is this because you're
Is
trying to
this
be petty
because-
right now?
Literally, because I'm trying to be petty. I'm like, oh, she has a lot of guy friends. Hey, what's up? You want to grab some dinner or something?
put it on your story too.
Yeah.
But not
Make
like
sure she sees
not like
it.
a selfie.
taking it
Not like a selfie, but like you show like a little bit of like
the
fingers.
hand,
Yeah.
soft
Yeah,
launch.
this-
Soft launch.
Oh, that eats them.
No, I don't do that. But like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
And then when she
funny,
asks me,
bro.
I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just.
I mean, fair. Like, if she don't got the time for me, I'll make time for someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all toxic right now for it.
I don't do that as often now, but like.
As often. No, so there's still a little bit of
She still
chance.
does it.
It's still
It's
there.
still there. But like, you know what I'm saying? That especially in the past, like I did that a lot.
But that reminds me, in high school, when I was like texting girls, if they reply slow, I start doubling the time that they.
Right.
Oh, no, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause they take
Wow.
like 2
Yeah.
hours.
Right.
I'm sorry, 4 hours.
Or just
You-
never respond.
Just never
ever
respond.
again.
and then it will kill me. I'll be like, oh, you responded too slow. I don't even want to respond to this. And then I'm just suffering for like a day or two. And then when finally that phone rings again and it's their message, hey, how are you? I'm like, yes,
Yes,
Come
it was worth
crawling
it.
back.
It was worth it.
victorious.
Okay, that's
Double-
petty, bro. That's,
Double text.
yeah.
Dude, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't even fucking care about texting etiquette.
Yeah, you don't.
texting
Yeah,
etiquette?
Like,
Hey, you're
Like,
still.
you know what I mean? Like, if I respond to you, then like obviously you're probably like a first priority to me, or like I haven't had the chance to respond and I'll get back to you. But like if you know like. Oh, like this person read my message. Like, does that mean anything? Like, I have no time, no energy to even think about why this person left me on red.
Right.
I will literally just send them a message and be like, how fucking dare you leave me on red? You know what I mean? I'll just
Yeah.
say what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
that's just how I feel.
can I make a
No, that's
confession?
lit.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
Yo, this guy's
Yo.
been ranting to me about this
Yo, Nikki.
all week.
Can you check your Instagram real quick? Just check the messages between you and I.
Put her on blast. Put her on blast.
Because, girl, you left me on red not just once. All right, you left me on red hundreds of times. You don't even know my handle, bro.
I do. It's Tofu Senpai.
We're airing out some dirty laundry right
Yeah,
now.
this is why I wanted to bring these things. Yo,
I responded and you left me on red. You left me on red.
No. Hold on. Read this real quick. I said, hey, do you have any like songs that you're working on? You're
Oh
like,
my God.
definitely hold up.
Let me
And I've been holding up for months.
He's held up.
You've been You've been held up.
Yeah.
guys.
Okay, to be fair, Nikki's a terrible texter.
I
Yeah,
am.
yeah, I agree.
It's
But
because
if you
I'm
call
so
her,
busy.
she'll answer.
Oh, yeah.
If
You
you
are.
call me
Yeah.
though,
Yeah.
like that's probably the best way to contact me.
Okay.
Like I
Texting is so,
think
like, eh.
I think I've saved an in-person personal type of link up for me to
She's trying to
get
save her ass
back
right
to you
now.
on that. Hold up. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. I like was about to say it earlier, but I was like, let me save this for the
sound
I
like-
podcast.
actually do feel the worst though when like I don't get back to people like right away because it's like I know they make the effort to message me and like it's probably like a really important question, but it's like sometimes I don't like always like respond or like look on my Instagram. I'm not like Will before we started the podcast. Like he was on his laptop just zoned in, like responding to Instagram messages, responding to emails.
Oh yeah, Instagram.
Whereas like when people call me like and I miss the call, like oh I see that they've tried to contact me and it must be something like important enough to call me. So I will get back to you when I can. Or if
Yeah.
anything,
Yeah.
it must be urgent, so I'll pick up. You know what I mean?
That's
So
not
just
that deep.
call me.
I will.
Yeah.
Do you also feel like sometimes, like, you don't respond right away because you want to dedicate like time and effort
Yeah.
Into what you're gonna say back.
into what you're
I
gonna
believe
say.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes you're not in the right headspace or you
Yeah.
have things going on. You
Definitely.
Know?
Yeah.
You just don't feel
I
like
agree.
talking.
I was just about to say sometimes you don't feel like you're in the like right space to
exactly
like respond.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But do you guys ever just like read the message and like respond in your head?
And think you
Yeah, yeah,
responded.
yeah.
Yeah. And then you respond.
I gotta say,
I've definitely done that before.
Yeah, 100%.
I gotta say that happens a lot more with girls than with guys. Because guys, we will respond, but like a lot of my homegirls are always like, "Oh yeah, I responded in my head." But
Oh yeah.
Okay, I didn't receive that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not fucking Professor X,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm not trying to like telepathically communicate with you.
I know, right?
Like type this down, send it to me. But the guys never like tell me that shit. Like they always, yeah, I don't know. It's like, why is it happening with lot?
That brings me back to my other point. It's just like the people that you respond to really dials down to like who you see as a priority in your life. You know
That,
what
that
I
makes a lot
mean?
of sense.
Yeah.
It's like, do I care to respond right now?
Yeah.
You know, or is something else more of a priority for me to respond?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I honestly think that like the technology has kind of like affected our, I don't even know if that it's the appropriate term, but like ADHD. You ever find yourself like read a message or like read it like without actually reading it and then you like move on to like
Something else.
scrolling back on Instagram?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I'd be writing a message and I've been going to TikTok in the middle of my message. As if like I need to like go to TikTok to think.
I need to watch.
And then,
I need to watch some Subway Surfers.
yeah, and then I come back.
Oh my god.
You're like texting. You're like, nah. Put up Subway Surfers. Okay, I got it.
I'm
Genius.
dead.
I was like, I'm focused now.
That's the way to go.
Those videos though do be getting your attention though.
They
On
do.
TikTok,
TikToks?
they're
Oh,
like,
it's
wow.
very strategic.
Yeah, it's like, why am I
Dude,
watching
yeah.
this guy play Subway Surfers while he's reading a Reddit thread?
It's a whole nother culture. Like
know?
it's actually fucked.
I feel so shameful. I don't know why. I feel shameful.
No shame in the game.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man, why am I so interested in this Subway Surfer like video? That's also
While
like
he's just talking.
He's talking. Like, oh man, I really degraded myself.
It's a good like hack.
I think
So,
it's
like,
because you want to see them if they're gonna mess up, but they never mess up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you're waiting for them to like mess up those like long.
There's like
streaks.
satisfaction in like this person playing this.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah, and it's a lot of stimulation too. Like, because like a lot of times if you just listen to somebody talking and if they don't have like text on the screen or like something going on to also visually please you, it's like you might just scroll by,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So like some people would do their makeup while they tell a story or they'll like, you know, do
yeah.
something.
That
You
makes a
know?
lot of
It's like a whole
sense.
psychology
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
That's true. Yeah, a lot of YouTube channels they're always doing vlogs, but they're like doing something.
While doing something.
Exactly,
Walking.
yeah. So you're like focusing on two things at once because like, yeah, just our attention spans nowadays are so
So
fucked.
short.
So
Yeah,
short.
because of all the instant gratification you can get.
Yeah.
Like,
Facts.
just like that.
That's a really good way to put it. Instant gratification.
That's
It's
what it
really
is.
fucked.
Yeah, all that dopamine.
Yeah, facts. My friend like recently left.
Speaking of dopamine,
My friend left for LA like at least a couple of weeks ago, and he told me on FaceTime the other day that his dopamine levels were fixed. And I was like, what the fuck
What
do
does
you
that
mean
mean?
by that? So essentially what he was saying was like he stopped vaping, he stopped smoking weed, and like those instant gratifications, those vices were pulled from him. So he was isolated in an environment where he could no longer be distracted by those things. And he started eating healthier, he started working out, and the overall result was the music that he was producing, the music that he was mixing, just completely transformed to like a better quality.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it's like when you really remove like those vices and those instant gratifications, like it completes and affects your routine and your results and your outcome like in a completely different way.
This is very true.
Yeah, because everything is so accessible nowadays. You know what I
Exactly,
mean?
yeah.
Like everything
Definitely.
on social media, everything that you can want. You can get sick of it oftentimes, but at the same time, it's like if you want a quick laugh, like my algorithm is full of fucking puppies, bro. Like I watch cats getting bathed like all the time. And I get dogs like licking peanut butter off of their owners' heads. Like just so they can cut their nails. Like it's the littlest things that just bring me so much joy.
Oh my gosh, that's a tactic actually. Peanut butter on the head so you can cut their nails.
Yeah, dude.
gonna tell my sister that. She has a dog. They won't let them cut the nails, but like, yeah, peanut butter on the head.
You just need a little spike of dopamine, but social media is definitely the reason why like our dopamine levels are fucked
No, for sure.
up.
You ever get like you're on Instagram or something scrolling, you close the app and you go back right away.
Yeah.
And scroll again, and you're like thinking it's gonna change because like
It's like opening your fridge and seeing no food.
Are you Frenching?
literally.
Frenching like all the
Nothing.
time.
Same balloon.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time. I'm like, why? Wait, what? I just came from this app. Why am I here again?
It's like a slot machine.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever watched a movie called Social Dilemma.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
That's
I've heard
a
of it.
really, really good movie. I fully recommend everybody watching it because it really talks about how these algorithms are built much like a slot machine. Like, why are you scrolling? Because you've been hit by a dopamine like hit before that you're like, ooh, that felt nice.
Yeah.
So you continue to do this action just like how people in
Yeah.
the casinos, they do this because they've won before. And you continue to search for it. And that's why when you exit, you're like, ooh, let me go back. Maybe this time it will be different.
Yeah,
Just
just
like
searching
how
for that
they
high.
know it's bad for
like you're
them.
pulling
They
lever.
know they're putting in more money and they're
That makes a lot of
losing it.
sense.
But they still pull the lever. And that's like, these days, I kind of like ask myself, okay, you can only look at 3 posts when you go on like Instagram.
Do you stick to that?
Not all the time, but like I will
Hey, it's a
say,
thought that counts.
yeah, I will say though, like,
300.
300 posts.
I'll stop in like 15 minutes, I swear. That Instagram limit that they have, I swear I've clicked like, oh, remind me in 15 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
5 times.
wait, they have that?
They have that.
Oh.
You can like go, you know those parental restrictions that parents have over their kids where you can do like parental restrictions on certain apps. You can do that for yourself on
You
your
can do that for
phone.
your phone, too.
I did that for Instagram. There's no way in hell I follow it.
You just
I
put
know.
in the
I do that
password.
for my TikTok.
You know the
It doesn't
password,
work.
right?
It doesn't
The
work.
TikTok video that comes up every now and then. It's like, hey, you've been scrolling. For like, fuck you, no.
Yes, I have.
Convicted.
Don't be calling me out like that.
But I do feel like Instagram for me lately, like I realize I become more and more conscious of the fact that like I'm looking at everybody's highlights. And what that
Yes,
does
you're
to
having
me
this.
is that instantaneous gratification. It's like I need to create art right now and it has to be really good right now.
Oh my God.
But the thing is, that's not how like art should be made, or that's not how
Yeah.
I want to make art. I want to
love
spend
that.
Yeah.
time. I want to spend
Good things
months.
take
I want to
time.
like craft it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm indoctrinated by this system that oh, like every day something new comes up, and every day someone's blowing up. So I have to get on this rhythm. But really, like that's not how it works. So I respect what your friend did because that's also what I'm trying to ask myself to do. It's like, hey, you actually feel unproductive when you, like I talked to myself, you feel unproductive when you look at other people's achievements.
Yeah.
Just stories after stories after
Exactly.
stories
Yeah.
that it doesn't help you at all. If you really want to catch up with them, send them a message. And, you know, maybe they'll leave you on red. But I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Well, I
That's petty right there.
I was expecting.
Yo, honestly, how did we even get here from that question?
I know
It's
we only
fucking
asked one
crazy.
question.
That's the
Okay.
magic
That's the
of
magic
alcohol,
of the
baby.
behind the bar.
Well, I honestly absolutely love so much how you say that because the music industry, for one, is so saturated that there are so many artists that are just releasing songs like every single day, you know? Like there's about like 3,000 to 4,000 songs that are like released every Friday and it's so hard to keep up with, you know? But I was just talking to Andrew about this the other day. Like there's a complete difference between being great and there's a difference between being good. And being good to me is succumbing to the societal pressure of having to release music because of the idea that you need to catch up with everybody. And that's what social media is, right? Like
Oh, yeah, for
you
sure.
want to be a part of this highlight reel that's exemplifying like your good life, but nobody posts like the sad days. Nobody posts when
Yeah.
you're really going fucking through it. You know what I mean? There are some people that are like out there posting themselves while they're like crying on TikTok, but like what I'm trying to say is no shame to those people.
Yo,
Yeah.
the fucking
Like
slut
vulnerability
shade.
is important. But what I'm trying to say is like what separates you from being good and great is really taking time on your art and like really focusing on the quality of it, the identity of it, and like what dials down to the root of that. You know, you don't want to just be like fast food where everybody just comes through the drive-through and orders the food and like leaves. You want people to stay worthwhile for the restaurant experience. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I like that analogy.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm
We
so
love
happy about
analogies
it.
here.
I know.
Like-
we were like talking about it like the past 2 days. 'Cause
Yeah,
we went to the concert
literally.
yesterday. I wish you came to the concert. But like,
Shout out, child.
Child.
Shout out
and
to Child.
Avenoir.
Right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we went to a concert yesterday. But anyways,
Fantastic.
yeah. We were talking about it a lot. And it's like you were telling me about how a lot of people were pressuring you to put out music constantly.
Yeah.
And I feel like with a lot of arts avenues, it's like, you know, TikTok, there's Instagram Reels, there's like YouTube. There's a lot of like medias that have algorithms fit for consistency. You gotta like post constantly, and then you get shown on the For You page, or you get shown on the recommended page. But like as an artist, it's like kind of weird because personally, I feel like we all are in consensus. Like we want to take our time with the art and like really create something special.
Exactly. Quality over quantity. Always.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
babe. Absolutely.
Exactly, quality over quantity. And but the fact that we have to take time is almost like a handicap, because if we're not posting constantly, then we're not getting that viewership that might, I don't know, like blow us up, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. And I know like art's not really about that, and there's a whole conversation to be had about, oh, you know, art's not about getting viewerships or like getting people to watch you, but like, hey, artists gotta eat too. You know what I'm
you gotta
saying?
sustain
Artists
yourself.
gotta
That's
eat
what
too.
pays.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like artists gotta eat
Facts.
too, and unfortunately, we gotta get people to pay for art.
Of course. Yeah.
But I think like at the end of the day, yes, we have to get paid, and yes, we have to do the things that make our art seen. I feel like if you have to change the way you do your art that makes you feel uncomfortable, then it's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
Facts.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
That's a word.
Wow.
It's not yours anymore. It's more like, okay,
You're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for the other outside
others. Yeah,
validation,
exactly. I have it written on my whiteboard too. I was like, create art that you want to see, not what other people want to see.
Exactly.
And I think it's really special. Sorry.
No, that's beautiful, man. Because I asked myself this. I think I constantly ask myself this idea of balance. Is that like, I know I want to make art. I want to spend time making very personal art, but I also know how incredible as a tool TikTok is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I see that people take advantage of it. But instead of saying, I want to do my art my way 100%, or I'm going to succumb to the algorithm overlords and just do whatever they want me to do 100%. Lately, I'm really trying to like move this dial in the middle and see like, how can I both use TikTok as a tool and, like you said, not betray my own art?
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, I've been content creating for the past 2 years now. And it got to a point where I was like, oh, there are a lot of people following me, but are they following me for what I truly want to put out? That like, I made this analogy the other day that like, yeah, maybe you can make a company that sells toilet paper for like, and you can grow very quickly. But then you really want to sell like Dijon mustard, right? And then you always think, oh, at a certain point when my platform is big enough, I can just put out art that actually means something to me. But that doesn't work like that.
Yeah, because they came
Right, they came for toilet paper.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're like, Dijon mustard. You're like, whoa, bro, what am I going to wipe my ass with?
Where's my Dijon mustard? I need it now.
I don't know what
And it was, yeah, like I
makes
realized that because like I built a little bit of a platform and then I'm like, oh, but this is not truly what I want to do. Like maybe I can just like kind of just like pivot. But when you pivot,
Yeah.
you feel like, oh, nobody is interested
Like a shift
anymore.
of,
Yeah.
And that might be
Yeah.
even
Engagement.
tougher to like
Get over
to
it.
just start with what you wanted to do
That's
in
a
the
hurdle.
first place.
Yeah.
That's a hurdle.
Yeah, 100%. You don't want to go viral for the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I truly believe, though, that if you stick to your craft and you really take the time to refine it, the right people will gravitate towards that
100%.
naturally. And I think as artists, it's so important to strive. No, sorry. It's important not to strive to want to be validated. You know, your art is for you. And that should be the seed. That should be the foundation, you know? Because if you're dancing and you're flowing and you're finding your rhythm, like what matters is you're identifying that holistically, and that's for you to know who you are. And I feel the same way with my music. Like I understand myself better when I write and when I record, like far more than I could ever explain using words when I'm just living in my daily life. Like whatever I'm going through, as soon as I go to the studio and I try and find the words to write this song, like it teaches me more about my character and myself than I actually can like ponder over the current situation that I'm going going through. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, and like that's what art does.
Powerful.
That's what art does. It's supposed to reveal something to you. As a servant of the work, you're supposed to listen to it, and it's supposed to tell you where to go. To me, that's the foundation. Not what the TikTok algorithm is telling you what to do. Not what your audience wants to see.
Right.
But genuinely you as the artist, where it's telling you to go, where it's leading you. Because if you think about it, like art is not something that you can tangibly create apart from what you use your hands and feet to make. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so in this spiritual realm, like it's not a tangible thing that you can just grab with your hands. It's something that is like rooted so deep within you since birth that you have said yes to and have chosen to bring that to life, to give life to it, to bring birth to it, you know? And so from my perspective, like I just finished reading this book and it's called Walking on Water by Madeline Langdale. And there's a story in the Bible where it talks about when Mary was told by Angel Gabriel that she was going to conceive Jesus, that she was going to conceive the Messiah of the world. And in that particular moment when Gabriel had told her that news, she accepted it with so much grace and willingness that she didn't even hesitate. She didn't even think about her fears about the fact, I'm too young to be pregnant. I don't think I can raise this child. She accepted it with open arms. And that's exactly the same way that we need to accept these visions and these bursts of creativity that we get within our minds. Like when these ideas come to us, this creativity has a shelf life. You know, and when creativity seizes you, you have to grasp onto it with your all. Otherwise, it's just going to sit and live on the shelf for as long as it can. You know, and that's what I love so much about music is that like you need to seize the moment. Otherwise, it's just going to pass you. And in a similar sense, it teaches you so much about life to live in the moment because it's not going to be around forever. You know, and like we were talking about in the car, like on the way here, like, it's so important to remain present and really be okay with where you are, because 5 years from now, your path and your journey is not going to look the same. You know, like even in this moment right now, even though we're all intoxicated as fuck.
We haven't taken our second shot
yet. We only did one shot
Think
still.
for yourself. I'm ready to take this shot.
Okay, finish the thought first.
But yeah, it like in short, it's so important to, like Milliana said, to focus on the quality of your art, because I see this image in my head as a reminder constantly of this group of people just walking down this one path. And then there's this one isolated, lonely person just choosing the other side to go along this lonely path. And it really spoke to me in a sense where you don't have to go where everybody else is going, because there's more for you. And a more, even though it's isolated, even though it's lonely, even though it may seem darker, even though it seems uncertain, there's so much more for you that everybody else can't have, you know? And I would rather much endure through a path that is for me than follow where everybody else is going.
Right.
You know? Because during that time, have any of you seen Forrest Gump?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, he's running this marathon alone, right?
Yep.
And then after everybody sees the movement that he's creating, they all gravitate towards him and they start running this path with him. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean when I say that eventually the right audience will gravitate towards your art.
Yeah.
Eventually, they don't see it now, but wait till you make them a fucking believer. And in due time, they're going to see how impactful your art is, and it'll project you so much farther than you could ever imagine. You know, and I believe that that's the plan that we all have for our lives, you know, in the conversations that we have, in how we're learning and in how we're growing, you know, and there's just so much hope in that. So take heart and knowing that, like, you don't have to follow the algorithm. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. You just need to focus on your art and yourself and what you're trying to create.
Your individuality.
Exactly. And when you finally find that, like, you'll feel so much more comfortable in your skin and your identity as opposed to what other people are trying to paint this image of you. I feel like I'm saying this over myself too, which is fantastic.
A little TED talk going on. Come on.
You got me captivated. Shit.
Yeah.
I feel like I just watched a movie.
Yeah. I was like, whoa. The one lonely man walking around like that. Forrest Gump.
No, that was so beautiful.
Wow,
baby.
thank
You
you.
had
Started
such a
with
beautiful
you.
mind.
Thank
This
you.
started with
Yeah.
you.
I feel like that applies to everything, not even just like just your art, just in whatever you want to do. Because it's like just in life in general, if you follow what people expect of you, then you're not really being yourself.
Exactly.
You know?
You lose your authenticity, and then what are you living a life for? You're living your life for other people.
Yeah.
And at that point, even if you get big off living off other people, you're gonna look back and be like, yo, like I wish I really stuck true to myself because now I
Yeah.
have to live a lie, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. There are so many one-hit wonders who go viral and then plateau at the end of it, because once they get that viral essence right away, they're like, oh, fuck, now that I'm all the way up here, like, what do I do now? And then there's so many people that work so hard to get to where they are, but don't really know who they are. And then they're at loss for direction, you know? So it's like right now, the dream is the process. No, sorry. Let me correct that. The process is the dream. You choreographing every Thursday at Studio North at 4:30. No, at 7:30.
Be there, be square.
Be there, be square. Is something that you're contributing to your artistic process that nobody else is going to be able to like experience or have even the time slot for, you know? So even though deep within, like, it may feel like you're curious about what's next for you right now and what you're contributing, the people that you're impacting in your classes, like that is what should mean most to you in your journey right now, you know?
Word.
I feel
beautiful.
like I'm talking too much.
No, it's beautiful.
No,
It's
it's
beautiful.
never talking too much. Do you want to know why? Because it's coming from your heart.
Yeah,
Like, I
and the
feel
alcohol.
the passion.
And the alcohol.
And the alcohol.
1800 is speaking for me right now.
Shut up, Russell.
But I mean, alcohol
Russell.
just exposes. It doesn't create new things, you know? It just,
Yeah.
you know, removes the veil.
The barrier. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
So, sorry, just
It's like
on
some
a
people will do some fucked up shit and they'll be
Right.
like, oh, I was drunk. And I'm like, no, you kind of wanted to do that in the back of your head.
Yeah.
But you're sober,
I
so.
agree.
Yeah.
I
Well,
agree.
you guys all agree that
I
like
agree with that.
if
I think
someone
so,
does
yeah.
some like fucked up stuff, like
Like if it comes
cheating
down
in a
to
relationship
this,
or say some really stupid stuff, or even like fight you or say some things that are really hurtful, you think it's a revelation of their true character?
I mean, yeah.
I think
yeah.
it comes from
I think
somewhere.
so. I think so. Because
Yeah.
then it wouldn't be in their head otherwise.
Exactly.
Like they're not just gonna come up with that out of thin air in that moment because they're under the influence or something like that. It's like a
Exactly.
lingering thought they've had.
Oh, so the excuse. Oh, sorry, I was drunk.
Yeah, I don't listen to that.
It doesn't.
I don't really believe that either.
I don't believe it.
But I do see like
Yeah, unless
there's
you're off some
stuff-
crazy shit, you know,
Yeah.
like acid
Yeah.
or something. I don't even know. Like
then you're actually tripping.
yeah, then you're actually tripping.
But I think with alcohol,
yeah,
like obviously there's stuff that you shouldn't say, and you just have to recognize like there's some stuff that you have to hold back. But like alcohol sometimes removes that barrier, and so you say these things, but it's always been there. It's like always been like lurking in the back of their minds.
Drunk words are a sober person's thoughts.
exactly. That's what the quote is. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm coming for you.
But you know what I'm saying? I feel like alcohol is definitely the truth coming to light, you know?
Yeah.
And we're not always proud of it, and like that's totally fine. Like it's all part of the human experience,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
We get
Nobody's
intoxicated, we say the things that we think, you know what I'm saying? But like if it goes to the territory of like, oh, this is kind of fucked up, but they're trying to cover it with alcohol, that's
no.
I don't
Yeah.
fuck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The correct next move is probably like, ooh, I always thought about this, and now it's actually come out. I have to like confront this.
Like
now.
own up to
and,
it.
like, reflect
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
It's
on
like you're
it.
actually like facing your demons for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
The only way out is through.
Ooh.
Fact.
That is facts.
Dude, this girl is dropping dimes.
She's actually
tonight.
dropping
Like,
dimes.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. So are you.
Every time we have like
Literally.
a big idea, she's just like
Yeah, she's like, I got you.
encapsulates
you.
it, you know?
Got you.
It's like, here's the bite-sized version to take home. You know, take this home with you.
She's the type of friend where it's like you have like a whole paragraph of a rant and then she just summarizes
Concises it.
everything into a couple sentences. I
Census
can't even
is.
speak right now.
Oh, she's got
She's
got
slurring
some
already.
music
Yeah.
video later.
Slurring
Love
already.
she or whatever.
Okay. Okay. Then we'll take a little break, actually.
Okay, we'll take a break first.
Yeah, I'll take a break.
Thank you.
All right. And we're back.
We're back.
Hold on.
Nikki. Nikki is such a cool name.
Nikki?
You guys ever think about your name and think like whether if it's a cool name or like a...
Dude, when I was younger, I wanted my name to be Jason.
No. Okay. Me too, though. Jason was one of those names.
I don't know
that was
why.
cool.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
it's because the Red Ranger in Power Rangers, his name was Jason.
Oh, really?
That
I
was why.
thinking of this serial killer. Jason.
Oh, no. Hockey mask.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Like, I didn't like William growing up. Like, growing up, I was like, I wish I was like
William.
Jay. Hey, okay. Now I just sound like my childhood bullies. Like, I want to be like Jay, you know? Like, I want something like... Or like a nice, like, acronym. You know, like some people, they got like MJ, yeah, AJ, yeah, like...
Something like
And
that.
I was like thinking about my acronym, like WY.
Why?
Why?
Why? Why? Literally, why?
I think Drew's a cool name, though.
I think Andrew's lame. I think Drew is pretty cool.
Drew's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew's cool.
I'm slowly starting to accept it now.
Fuck that bully.
Yeah, fuck that bully.
Oh, what? This is because of a bully, too?
That's because he didn't like Drew because he was bullied by someone named Drew.
In elementary school?
No. Nah, you gotta. You know what I've been learning? I've been learning the concept of reclaiming. Is that like
Reclaiming.
yes? So there are a lot of like we go through a lot of trauma in life, and we all do. And sometimes we associate that history and that memory with a person. And so whatever new activity that we end up doing, if it's kind of associated with that memory, we associate it with that person, thus bringing us more trauma. For example, like if you and your ex love to go to the beach, every time you go to the beach,
Yeah.
you feel about that ex and you think about like all the horrible things that they may have made you feel. But my friend recently told me like, hey, like reclaim that. You going to the beach is now your experience. You have the power to reclaim it for yourself as well as make new associations
Yeah.
to other people at the beach, say, for example. And it's been a very empowering like idea that I constantly remind myself. Even if like, so for example, like, you know, when it comes to Drew, reclaiming that and painting Drew in completely new colors that is more, you know, Andrew Ha rather than this idiotic
Then
bully.
Drew.
Then
Word.
Drew.
Nah, I'm still a bully when I'm Drew. Didn't reclaim shit. I'll be bullying people. No, I'm just kidding. Back from the break.
Welcome
Yo.
back.
Welcome back. That was a crazy tangent to go back into. But I love it though. Reclaiming shit makes a lot of sense.
Because you're in power.
Yeah.
Like, you could wake up one day and just be like, you know what? I want to change everything. And then go ahead and change everything.
You gotta
Every day is a
reclaim
new
that shit.
day.
Your day's your day. I just get it. Anyways, so we're back from the break. As you can see, we're one less person out.
Nikkaela had to go be famous, so
She had to go be famous. She's shooting a music
Been
video
back.
today. And we went a little over. A lot of stuff happens, but it is what it is. So you're just gonna get us four. Not just.
you are gonna get us 4.
You are gonna get us four.
Not just
Yeah.
That's for it right here, right now.
right now.
So
Ready to take a shot.
Yeah, let's
Except
take
for
a
this
shot.
Take
version
a shot
right
to
here.
get in.
oh, that's right. So who wants to take Nikki's shot?
I'll take it.
Okay.
Wow.
Come on, boss. Come on, boss.
All right,
cheers.
salud,
cheers.
salud to
Salud.
beautiful
Cheers.
people with beautiful minds.
Yes, sir. How's that pineapple juice?
It's great.
Fuck. I know it's great.
It's so refreshing.
Pineapple juice is so good.
I love
So
pineapple
good.
juice.
Makes you taste good too.
I was gonna say, do you guys believe in that?
It's a proven,
Pineapple?
Yeah, it's
Like
proven.
drinking pineapple juice. Like,
I
it'll
know-
taste good?
I've tested it out.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Right?
with another person.
I was gonna say, yo.
You're like,
like
He's like,
yeah. But I do believe, what's it called? When you eat healthier, like, your cum
Oh,
tastes
yeah.
sweeter.
100%.
And I always be like, how's it taste? Does it taste bitter? Ah, fuck, I gotta eat it
you
better.
say that. You actually say that.
No,
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah, I ask her, I'm
Sweet.
like, hey, so how's it taste?
And she's like, I'm getting a little.
Hint of
Cedar.
nutmeg. Come on, wine concierge. Cum
McDonald's
concierge. The cum concierge.
No, literally. I remember I would see like my ex eating bad, and I'd be like, I know it tastes bad. Yeah, and then I see him eating good, and I'm like, ooh, I know it tastes good.
I'm about to go in on this buffet.
Right? Yeah, because it's so important in your diet. Like,
Yeah, it is.
it makes sense.
But I use it as a telltale because like you like growing up, you're like, oh, if your pee's yellow, then you gotta eat like drink more water.
Yes.
The more
So it's-
clear it is, like you know how healthy you are.
Yeah.
just
So it's
drink
like
water.
the same thing, but
Yeah. To all the men out there, this is your sign to start eating healthier.
yeah, if your girl, it's like, man, it tastes bad. Yo, start working out. Start eating some greens, bro.
Yeah.
Citrus.
Right.
Get some
Just-
oranges.
yeah.
Drink
Yeah.
water.
A lot of
Lots
water.
of water.
Lots
Lots
of
of
water.
water.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good segue though into our next topic. We about to talk about this
Some
because
raunchy shit.
I wish Lloyd was here for this, but
I
we're gonna
know.
talk about some raunchy shit. I hope you guys don't
All
mind.
right, I'm ready.
This was supposed to be a question for the girls,
All right.
But Nick is
But
not
now
here.
is girl.
Period. Nope.
but like, do you? So you say you're like in bed with someone,
All
and
right.
you're doing the sin. You're making
Coitus.
It ain't no
making
sin.
coitus. Ain't no sin. Sorry.
Making Jesus cry.
You're making Jesus cry of happiness.
He's like, thank God. Thank Dad.
Thank Dad. Yeah. But have you ever been offended by like a guy lasting too long? You know what I mean? Like, because I've heard from my homegirls, they're like, oh,
No,
you know,
I haven't been
sometimes
offended.
like my guy just lasts a little too long. Like, am I not hot enough?
get it
Like,
over
why
I
didn't
hear
you?
you. I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever been offended by that or?
I mean, it's only ever happened when I was in like a really long-term relationship, and it's like you have to switch positions in order to last longer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't get offended. I'm enjoying it. So that's the last thing I'm thinking of.
Okay, yeah, that's what's up. I just know like some girls are like, oh man, like it's taking forever.
Yeah.
Like, am I just like not pretty enough for him?
Oh,
You know what I'm
like-
saying? Because it's like, oh,
get in
it
their
doesn't- do I
head.
not turn him
I
on
hear you,
enough
yeah.
to like
To finish.
finish? Like,
Yeah.
to get that pineapple juice out. You know what I'm saying?
Spritz.
The spritz, the little pineapple spritz. Oh, yo, that's fucked up.
Help or no?
Yeah, but like, okay, I can't ask you guys this question.
But I understand because there's
I get where that comes from. Yeah.
Do you ever feel like pressured to like?
to last long.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel like it's going on too long. And I'm like, I'm trying to finish,
But you're like,
but I just can't.
Right.
You know what I
hear
mean?
you.
but why? Are you just
yeah.
in your head?
I'm just in my head probably, or it's like some other stuff. But like, I
Yeah.
just can't in that moment, you know? So it's like either you take a break or switch like positions or something, like just to switch it up. But like sometimes you just can't, and I think that's okay.
Have you ever
I
faked
think
it?
that's okay too.
No.
It's
Never-
way
I
better
can't- I
than
feel
being
like-
like a Minuteman, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I feel like a guy, like it's hard for us to
minute.
fake it.
Wait, minutes not long? That's good.
No, I just never heard the minute.
That's
man.
another
I was
thing
like,
though. Like, is it
A
more?
Minuteman
Do you get
shit.
offended when a guy like finishes early, or is it like,
no.
or is it like okay, it's validating because like,
So I'm
Yeah,
just
no, I
that
think
hot.
it does make your ego go up because you're like, damn, this pussy good. Like, you know?
Oh shit. That was up. I've heard that. I've heard that.
Yeah.
I heard those exact words.
Right? Like,
Damn, this pussy good. Yep.
And you're just in your corner like, yeah,
it'd be good.
it was good. It was good.
like sad, but also not. You know?
Yeah. That's so funny. Okay, what's
Wait, but I want
go
to
ahead.
continue this conversation because I feel like sometimes couples they do weird things to spice it up because like maybe the first couple times it was like hot and passionate, and then like towards like a year, 2 years, 3 years, as you go down this path,
Of course.
like what are some of the things that
Like
you
you
guys
use
have
a
done to
spice?
like
To
spice it up to make it like, you know,
Whipped
to-
cream.
whipped cream.
whipped
Yeah.
cream?
whipped cream?
Where?
Put whipped cream all over your body and then have them like lick it off and all that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I heard that like can cause infections though.
Yeah.
In
Oh,
the
well, you
certain
don't put it
areas,
inside. Like you put it like on top.
I guess. Okay.
Yeah, what are you doing? You fucking filming it? Like
Yeah,
that's
you-
not cream pie, bro. That's not the cream pie
you
we're
don't
talking
put
about.
anything inside. No.
That's crazy, bro.
No, not like that. But I just heard that it's like it can cause like.
Invention?
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
you shouldn't
God.
put anything like
Oh,
inside
no, obviously
yourself.
not.
Yeah,
Obviously
yeah.
not.
But,
Whipped
like,
cream?
on top.
Okay, that's pretty. Yeah, I know. Like
Yeah, if you
a lot of
guys haven't
couples like
tried it.
eating stuff off each other.
Or like an ice cube.
Yeah. I've never tried an ice cube.
Like an ice cube. That's like one I've heard.
Yeah, I heard that too. You suck your dick with
Okay,
ice,
well,
like-
what's some stuff you tried? bro? You ask this question.
What have you tried?
I feel like I want to hear your answers first.
Why?
Well, I
bro?
feel like okay. I think I've tried the ice cube,
Okay.
and it's like it's interesting. I've
Does
also
it make
tried,
it better?
It's just like
It's cold.
It's cold.
Yeah,
and
it's
you're just
cold
like it
and-
stimulates you more.
Yeah.
Oh,
because
okay.
it's cold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
Or it's like I've had one where, like the girl like, would drink or like put water in her mouth and then go down, on you.
She drowning your dick, bro.
Whoa. What?
Holy shit.
You know,
Yes,
you know,
pretty much.
some shit like that. I don't know, but it was like I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
Okay.
Did you like that?
It was like just different because I've never experienced that before.
Interesting.
But that's the one that I've.
That's a weird image in my mind. It's just like her gargling. It's like-
Yeah, you have to keep the same water in your mouth.
yeah,
like-
and it's kind of it gets warm.
I feel like you would choke at some point, like on the water. I don't know.
I think eventually they just swallow it. But
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Interesting.
I think
Interesting. Good to know.
for me,
Thanks.
hey, try it. I don't know.
I'll let
it
you know. I'll let you know.
Give me some sex. Yeah, he's fucking tripping right now. Yeah. Okay.
limiting sensories. Yeah, like
Oh, like
yeah,
blindfold,
blindfold.
tying up,
Blindfold,
some shit
yeah.
like that. I've done that.
like even like covering their ears. Have you guys ever
I'm
like
like cover their ears.
yeah?
No.
Like they
Oh,
can't
you said
hear
cum in
anything.
their ears.
I mean,
I was
if
like,
it has that effect. Yeah.
that sounds like an ear infection. For you.
Yeah, no, obviously, like the hands, like
Yeah, tying
like
it
that.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, sometimes I like change the lightings. You know.
Change the lighting.
Oh, red
Yeah,
light.
it might be like a, you know, yeah, it might be a filmmaker thing.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But
like
movie.
sometimes I'm like, yo, wait,
Is your preference for you guys like lights on or lights off?
lights dimly on,
Yeah, I like lights dim.
just a little bit.
Yeah, because
I like red light.
Red light.
Yeah.
That's aesthetic. That's aesthetic as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys want your sex to be aesthetic? I know some people are like they
Oh,
want to
They
like,
want the
100%.
mood set.
100%.
you know like the
Like,
perfect music.
Yeah, if we're having sex and there's like some random ass cartoon playing in the background, like no.
Yeah, you want a
I can't.
podcast playing, like a movie, or you want music playing?
Tom
like,
and
you know what I'm
Jerry
saying?
in
Like,
the
Yeah, no.
Tom and
like-
Jerry.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry.
There's not even. They don't even say anything in that show, bro.
You're like yes, this is it.
Exactly. Like I prefer music
Yeah.
and like
Damn,
Yeah.
it's the whole experience.
because I know there's people that like obviously the whole Netflix and chill like stance, like you're watching a movie, but it's like it just becomes like a podcast.
It's become a podcast.
It becomes a podcast at that point. Like it's just there.
Yeah.
You're not even,
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah,
even
you
watching
ever
the movie,
put up
right?
you ever put up a show while you're doing it and then you both laugh at a joke?
Exactly. Like you guys just start watching it. Actually, it's like whoa.
That's crazy.
I've never done that. That sounds
Halfway
hilarious,
through, you're
though.
just like, hee hee.
I feel like,
Yeah, that's connection right there.
yeah, that actually sounds like true.
You know,
love.
you both laugh about it and you're like, all right, go back to it.
Okay, you want to watch for a bit? Okay, let's go back. That's actually so funny.
But do you guys have a sex playlist though?
I used to.
I had one, yeah, for back in the day, but like I feel like nowadays I would change it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You do?
Like I do have one, and it's like I don't
that's
know.
good though. That's romantic.
Link
That's
down
just,
below?
like thoughtfulness.
Link down in the description.
Yeah, down below.
Thanks, please link down below.
No, but it's like I don't know. For me personally, I like music more because it kind of
Me
sets the
too.
mood.
Yeah.
You know, if it's like a show, like obviously
Yeah.
sure if we're in the mood, but like sometimes you like listen in, like you tune into what's going on in the show, and you're like, wait,
You're like, let me tune back
Wait.
into
Why-
what's
why is
here.
that funny?
Dude, I'm lost right now.
No, I feel that.
Yeah.
And sometimes you like, I feel like as a dancer too, like your body
Yeah.
starts like forming
Going with the rhythm.
going with the rhythm, and it's nice.
Yeah.
It's sexy, bro. Like,
yeah. I've heard. I don't know. I remember somebody telling me that like they would have a sex playlist or something, but they would like if they heard a song that they knew like choreography to, they would like do it in their head while they were making love, and I was like, bro, what? What?
That is
He's
such
like
a
hitting
good
on
tactic.
beat, like
And the potable red.
Is the beat kill going?
you know what I'm saying? That's like I was like, wait, that's kind of weird.
Holy shit, that's crazy. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I'm just like trying to match the rhythm or the vibe
Yeah.
of whatever song's
But
playing.
you're not
you
trying to
know?
hit those beat kills.
No. No.
But then it's also lit because then every time that a certain song plays, you'll think of
Oh, you
that
think of
moment.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes
Actually, that's a
sense.
new concept to me because, like, before I've never had like a song, you know, like with your significant other.
Oh, with somebody.
Yeah, but then I think that concept kind of became prevalent to me when I was like making out with this girl, and then the song was playing while we're making out, and now every time
Ooh.
I hear that song, I'm
You
like
think of
thinking
it.
You think
about
of that moment.
that
yeah.
moment. I was like, oh, but I've like never done that before, and so. It's weird how powerful like a song connects you to a memory like that. you know?
Yes.
100%, yeah.
Stop yourself, bro. Don't do that to yourself.
Ruin the song.
Once it's over, bro, you can't listen
Yeah.
to the song. You gotta
I
get off your
I get that. I totally
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just a reminisce type feel.
Yeah.
Not like you're like missing that person because I've had that with past people before.
Yeah.
But when I hear that song, I don't like think about that person
You think
like
about the
all the way,
moment.
but I think about the moment.
It's like a
Yeah.
good moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it shows you whether you healed or not. Because if you hear the
Yeah.
song and you start breaking down, obviously you haven't healed. But if you hear the song and you're able to just go about
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
then
yeah.
you know you're good.
Exactly.
Damn.
Damn.
Wow.
Heal up, man.
Holy shit.
I drink to that,
Yo, pour up another one.
yo. That's some real shit. That's some real shit, though. That's some real shit.
That is some
I
real
like that though.
That's a good
I do
point.
like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your triggers
a
tell
real
you a lot about yourself.
Okay, this might get a little deep, but like,
I'm with it.
what kind of like triggers have triggered you back in the past?
Ooh, there's a lot.
I know a lot of people who like seem happy on the outside. They use that as like a facade to like.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be
Put up
that
the wall.
though. It shouldn't be that. Like you shouldn't have it be a facade. But I say like, there's one of my favorite quotes is like, the tree's branches will only go as far as deep the roots go. You know, so like if you
Ooh.
don't know deep pain, you won't know what true happiness is because you haven't had that duality. You know.
Oh, that's
So
what's
like,
up. Yes.
Mm.
Yes, my
'cause-
brother said the same thing. Oh my god.
Exactly, because
Yes.
if life was always the same and you never knew what sadness was, you wouldn't
Yeah.
know what happiness is
Yeah.
because there's no
Mm.
balance, you know.
and
so
you don't
it's-
have like the experience of going through both
The highs and lows.
Exactly.
the highs and lows.
Yeah.
exactly.
Damn.
Yeah, but
Sometimes you gotta experience those lows to know what like those highs are.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
and
get
like
that.
actually have that gratitude for it is the biggest part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if a better question would be, or a more productive question would be,
Yeah.
how do you like? What are some of the strategies that you've used to deal with triggers?
To deal with triggers. I guess the biggest one would be awareness.
Yeah.
Because if you're unaware of your triggers and you just act on whatever pain you feel, then you're kind of just like mindlessly going about your behaviors. But if you're like, oh, this triggered me. Why does this trigger me? Where does this come from? How does it make me feel? You know, like ask yourself these questions. Don't just go off what you feel and, you know, just do whatever.
Yeah.
You have to ask yourself these questions and really reflect.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Introspection is huge.
Yeah, that's the word. Yes, introspection. Yeah, introspection.
Just the dictionary over here.
Yeah, right.
But that's huge. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that I agree with that. I feel like being able to reflect on those triggers definitely helps with your healing process, because if you don't know where this emotion is coming from, then exactly what you said, you're kind of just like wandering in the dark.
Yeah, and just going with it. And like
Yeah.
a lot of people have a fixed mindset. They'll think, oh, this is just how I am because of what I've been through.
Yeah.
But like it can make you or break you. You know, you could take it and grow with it, or you can use it as an excuse. It's
Yeah,
really
right.
all your perspective that matters.
Yeah, I hate when people say like, "Oh, like I've had such a hard upbringing, so that's why I'm
like,
that's
I'm
why
this
fucked
way.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Nah, let's pause for here real quick.
Right? Like
You chose to be like this. You chose not to change. But I
Yeah.
think truly strong people take a look at their situation and like, okay, I don't want to ever go through that again.
yeah.
It means I have to like
Change something. Yeah.
change something in my
Yeah.
life so that I can go forward and be a stronger person for it.
Right.
Never have to either inflict this type of pain to other people or put myself in that situation ever again. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Period.
I will say, I agree with that. I will say that like, I agree that intention is a big thing. That even if
Yeah.
you don't feel like you're moving forward, that if there is an intention to want to heal, I very much respect people who can put themselves in that situation.
Right. 1% better every day is better than nothing.
Yeah. At the same time, I will, you know, like if anybody's listening to this and they don't feel like they have enough power to set that intention, I want to say it's also okay. Like as long as you're asking yourself this question, like, do I want to get better or do I want this to be my identity for now? Like that's also a very important question to ask yourself, because sometimes you don't have the strength to set that intention. You don't have the
Exactly.
strength to say, I can get 1% better tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
Growth is not a
yeah.
linear thing. There will always be up and downs for sure.
But like, I think the rain will always come, like every now and then. And instead of getting used to the rain, you start looking at yourself and saying, can I start, you know, sewing myself a little raincoat to deal with this? Because I can't predict the weather. I can't control the weather. Just like triggers, rain will always come. But I can start building myself a little umbrella. I can start building myself a little coat so that next time I won't get as wet.
I love that.
That's deep.
Holy shit. We went from sex to this? Oh my
Speaking of getting wet,
This always
Speaking of
happens.
getting wet.
Speaking of getting wet, though.
That's crazy. That's fucking
I love that. And that's why I love this podcast, because it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Honestly,
rawness.
Yeah, I
It's
like
full.
that's the thing about you. Like, I feel like with nowadays, we talked about this before, like with the media always dictating how you're supposed to portray yourself. Like, you want to always show the highlights of yourself to people. I think it's kind of holding back a lot of people to being able to just be human. Because I feel
Yeah.
like we want to talk about sex. We want to talk about dumbass shit. We want to talk about poop jokes. Like, we want to do all this stuff, but like we hold ourselves back because like it's not aesthetic. It's not aesthetic on our story. It's not
We wanna be
aesthetic.
perfect.
Yeah, like we want to live dope ass lives and look cool, look like an artist, and show people that, oh yeah, we about the art. But like yeah, that's a small part of you. I mean,
Yeah.
or maybe a big part of you. But like, there's also the part of you that wants to, like, oh yeah, man, like pineapple juice makes my cum taste sweet. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk about that, and that's totally cool.
That's totally fine.
And that's totally like part of the human experience. And I think that The thing I love about like having you guys like on is that I know you guys aren't afraid. I mean, we just met, but I feel like I get it. I get it.
You feel the vibe. You see the
I
material.
feel the vibe, yeah. But I get the vibe that like you guys just want to talk about what's ever on your mind, no matter how whatever cringy it is.
And we
speak your truth.
Yeah, we
That's the
like
biggest
to have the
part.
platform. You feel comfortable to do that. You know, like obviously us here, like alcohol can bring up those things on like unintentionally because you're drinking, and like we said before, like sober thoughts are like just drunk words externally, whatever
Whatever she
the
said.
theme is. I don't remember what the theme is, but
Drunk actions are sober thoughts.
that's what it is. Yeah, drunk actions are sober thoughts.
Drunk thoughts.
But it's like we're just trying to be as organic as we can.
Yeah,
you know, and that's
why I love this.
Yeah, so
No, more power to all this. This
Word.
is very abundant.
But that's on you guys too. You guys are very.
So
yeah.
thank you guys for being just yourselves and
Thank you.
being honest.
Right?
Thank you. This feels like a safe environment because of you guys.
It does, yeah.
All right. Speaking of safe environments.
Speaking of wet.
Yes, also speaking of wet, because I wanted to ask this question. It kind of escaped me
All
earlier.
right.
The idea of enjoying the process and not fixating on the goal. What if we apply it to sex real quick? Because I feel like there's societal pressure as well that every sex has to end in both parties finishing. Do you agree
Well,
with
that
that?
I don't
doesn't happen.
think so.
Right. Okay.
That does
Okay.
not happen. Like 90% of the time, the girl
Do-
does not finish. I can almost guarantee that.
Okay, I have a question for you. When a girl doesn't finish, is this still good for her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it feels good, but then it's like you feel like some type of greater thing.
There's like anticipation, but
yeah.
you didn't get to that climax.
Exactly. Or it's like the position will change or like something will change, you know. But
What is like the percentage for you?
for me,
Yeah.
honestly, it should be way higher. Like,
Damn.
I
Yo,
mean,
guys.
I haven't had that many partners, but like,
Pull up, guys.
I don't
Pull
know.
up, yo.
Pull
Like,
out.
No,
You said pull out.
pull up.
I said pull up.
I said pull up.
You said pull out.
No.
I heard pull out too.
I heard pull out too. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt
Like,
you.
no, keep it in, dude. That's the point.
yeah, right.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't really blame it on the men because like they don't know what it feels like. But
'Cause, like,
on
I
a
don't-
ratio, it'd be like 1 to 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like going back to my relationships and I'm like, okay, how many times did she?
Yeah, I know. Because like a lot of girls will
How do
fake
I
it just
stack
out
up
of pressure.
Okay, but that's the thing, because like for me, like I always try to make sure my partner
Yeah.
is satisfied first before me.
See, that's what a real
You're a
gentleman
munch.
does.
You know what I mean? I am a munch. I'm a munch.
I'm not gonna lie, yo. Yep, I agree.
But,
That's
like,
what a real
that's-
gentleman does. That's what a real
that's
man
what
does.
like my intentions are, like going
Yeah.
through that process.
Yeah.
Obviously, like if she's like, you know, you can first.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay. It's not like I don't feel like she's trying to say that just for me to
yeah.
get off.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like it's like a genuine thing. Like, you know, like it's okay if you finish
Bust.
first. Bust first. You
Bust
know?
your nut.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Don't be afraid to say it.
I love her so much. It's so good. It's so
But
good.
like it's like I just want to make sure that they're okay and satisfied
Yeah.
still. Even if like
Yeah.
it gets to the point like I'm done and she's not yet, like and then like the session is already done. Like I want to still make sure like, you know, like we can like take a break and continue on after.
Yeah.
And like so you can like
round two.
Know what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Like-
Oh,
But-
dude, always round two.
yeah. So
I'm
it's
gonna
like-
drop some free game for you guys.
Okay.
So-
hell yeah.
In order to like almost guarantee that she will get there, you have to do both at once. So you got to do the
insertion?
inside her as well as like outside.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
That usually does it. Yeah, because like they're both very different. But if you do both at once, like
Yeah.
that's free game right there. You guys just do both and she'll get there.
Oh yeah.
Damn, all the guys get a free game right now.
Yeah.
He's like calculating. I only have 2 hands.
It's like,
Exactly.
It's exactly that, but think more like. I'm fucking crazy. Yeah. Okay, that's what's up. But yeah, I agree. Like, I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, yo. I feel like with girls, it's like a huge blueprint, and each girl's different, so
Yes.
the blueprint is different,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is
Yes.
fine. You know, you just have
You
to
gotta
talk
work
to them,
the machine and really
communicate.
figure it out.
Guys, it's pulling a lever, bro. Like
Yeah,
you're
we're
done.
like, it's the same.
Yeah, it's all the same.
That's so true.
It's all the same. You just pull the lever, and then sometimes like it takes a little longer for some, doesn't take as long for others.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And on top of that, sex is a very mental thing too. So like
Yeah.
a lot of people, if you're not actually connected to them, like emotionally and spiritually,
Yeah, it
it
won't
may
get
never happen. You know.
Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah, that's a huge factor for me at least.
No, I get that. I feel like I'm more of like an emotional. If I have emotional connection with you,
Yeah.
then like
So much better.
it's so much easier.
Yeah.
So much easier.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that moves on to like one night stands and hookups. Like, have you guys ever
Oh yeah, of course.
done stuff like
I
that?
don't think I've never had like a one night stand, like meeting a stranger.
Yeah.
hooking
Yeah,
up
no,
with
not a
them and then,
stranger.
but it's like
not a stranger.
I've talked to people before through some sort of thing. We've met once and there was something physical and that was it.
Right.
I don't categorize that as a one night stand, but it's like fairly close. But
Oh,
it's like
I think
it
that's
was
a one-night
just
stand.
physical.
I mean, you guys just do
Yeah.
it once?
Just
Yeah,
like, and that was
A
and
one
that
night
was it. I
stand is
never
like
talked
y'all
to
just
that
fuck
person
once.
again.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I feel like a one night stand is like a complete stranger.
Oh no.
Nah,
what I
that's
mean?
just a
Complete
filthy, dirty
stranger.
hookup.
No, I've
Yeah.
never done that. No shame in the game, but like I've never done that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think I've never done that. But
Okay.
it's like there's always been some sort of connection prior to me meeting this person.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like never like complete like no emotional some sort of emotional connection.
I don't
you
think
know?
I could, like,
Yeah, that feels.
Yeah, it
to
just
me.
I think it would feel
Yeah.
weird.
like
Yeah. I'm a
as
very
a guy,
sensitive person.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, the four of us are pretty emotional people.
Yeah.
So like
I
not
definitely
having
am.
that connection with that person just like doesn't work. Like,
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
No matter how hot she is, she starts undressing. Like, wait,
it's like, wait,
what?
what's,
Like, what are
your-
you doing?
what's your favorite color?
What's your passion? What do you want to do in 5 years?
What's your astrology sign?
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, we can't be objectifying people. Like it's simply out of lust. And if there's no love, like I'm a very loving person. So if there's no love, it's like, what am I here for? What are my intentions?
Yeah.
Right,
Right.
right.
Because sometimes even like activities where you feel connected, like is better than like just brainless hookup. That if you can sit, have a picnic, and have a conversation, sometimes that gives me so much more satisfaction as a
Yeah.
human being that I rather would
Fulfillment.
have that than just like not knowing this
and then just
beautiful hot person and just like having like
get your
sex.
nut off.
Yeah. Like
Getting your nut.
what did she say? Busting that nut?
Bust a nut.
Busting that
Bust the nut.
That's not nut. Like, even and after the picnic, you can go home, jack off. Like, you still get
I
your
wasn't
nut
gonna
off.
say it.
You're still getting
I
your nut
thought
off. I knew you were thinking, bro. I'm just saying, you can just still nut off. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now you get the added benefit. Anyways, that's crazy. All right, let's take the shot.
Okay, let's take a shot. Let's take
You
a
read
shot.
my mind. I have no juice though. I need to grab some juice.
Oh, I got
Okay.
You
Oh,
sit
thank
down,
you.
guest.
Thank you. Oh, what a
The
gentleman.
bartender's got you. Have you ever
Hospitality.
been offended when like a guy's like gotten like soft or flaccid like halfway through?
A little bit.
Like
yeah.
offended? Like
A
you were
little
like,
bit.
why
It's
are you?
happened like it's happened twice in my like long-term relationship. And it was just cause like we were going too long. You know, it's like he was like, yo, my shit is numb. And, I was like, it's okay, baby. Like,
oh, red.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, I feel
Okay,
like
at
so
least
like
you
at first I
communicated.
got offended and then afterwards I'm like, you know what? It's been a
Okay,
damn
it's been
minute.
like-
yeah. Like
Honestly, yeah, I feel like in the
Thank
past, I got you. Yeah, in the past, like I used to be like, okay, longer, better. You know what I'm saying? But then this was one time we just like went so long that I was like, yeah, the same thing. I was like, I don't
my
feel
shit
like,
is numb.
I don't feel like
Yeah.
anything. Like, what is going on right now? And I was like, okay, like it's not you, baby. Like it's
I swear to
Yeah.
God.
it's not you, baby. It's literally just like, you know what I'm saying? The movie's over.
The credits are rolling.
The credits are rolling. I think we should take a break. Like, you want to grab some juice or something? Like,
Netflix asking me,
Want
am
some
I
water?
still here?
yeah, am I still here? And I was like, you know, like, okay, I think there's a healthy amount for sure.
Yeah.
There's too long, there's too short, and there's like
I
that.
feel like a good threshold is like 20 to 40 minutes,
Yeah. I was gonna say like 30 minutes.
including
yeah.
foreplay.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh,
30 to
yeah,
20 to
including
40
foreplay,
minutes.
like 45 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a good like time frame. I
Mm.
feel anything longer than that, I feel like it's like kind of way too long.
Yeah.
And I feel like
It's like I got shit to do, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, like I
It
always
really depends.
hear.
Like if I'm on vacation, then that would be like a different vibe.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I used to be like, yo, we're on vacation. Why are we still in this hotel room? Let's go to the beach or something, bro. Like,
I said you wasn't already on the beach.
like I'm paying
Yo,
for this.
we have a reservation at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we could do this at home, bro. I'm just
I
saying.
hear ya.
That's fucking fun. Okay, I gotta say though, yeah, travel sex is way better. Anyways, so you're saying?
I forget.
Oh my
There was a lot of stimuli just now.
All right, let's take
This
this.
one
Yeah,
I'll
okay,
go
so
on
yeah,
take a
TikTok.
shot first.
maybe you'll
Take a shot
remember after your pineapple. Jeez.
After your pilot, yeah, I think a little kid, man.
Salud.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I don't know. I thought I had a question, but I don't remember.
Okay, I have a question though. Do you guys prefer? This is like straying away from like the sex talk, but like, do you guys prefer your partner to be more clingy or more independent?
Oh, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh, I like a balance. You know, like I want you to be independent, but I want you to miss me too, obviously. And like, don't be asking me where I am like every single second of the day, obviously.
But send me
like,
the
still
text.
show me that you care.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I
once in a
guess
while,
the
I say,
middle.
I'm thinking of you. I miss you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Or just like, hey, like, how you doing? Type shit. Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. But also, like, if they're also too clingy, it almost shows a bit of insecurity because they're not trusting
Okay to
that you're out
be-
there doing,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
things that are good for you. You know. Yeah.
I used to think in high school that if you weren't clingy, you didn't like the person. But that was totally not true.
That was high school.
Yeah, that was high school. And I think also like I like being with people who are passionate and driven. So like if you're spending all your energy asking about me and like
Yeah.
really like having like a surveillance system for
Yeah,
my
literally.
whereabouts.
It's like, what about
it's
your
like,
life?
Yeah, like what are you doing in your life? Like what are you doing to like better yourself and like achieve your goals? And if I don't feel that, I feel like, you know, I don't like that. But at the same time, I like to be checked in every now and then.
Yeah. As everyone.
Yeah,
Nice
and
balance.
like
You want to be heard.
yeah. And I like to be missed, you know.
Right.
I like
Who doesn't?
yeah.
Yeah, come on. Like, who doesn't like being missed?
Yeah, like lately I
totally.
had a conversation the other day with a friend where I was like, you know, I'm really happy like that I'm able to do everything that I want to do without any sort of boundaries as a single person. She was single too. And we were like, yeah. But you know, at the same time, like I like having someone check in with me. I like having someone say like, hey,
How's
like,
your day?
you know, like just so you know, like I love you and like just so you know, like you're doing great and stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
you can
somebody that's there
Oh,
for
right.
you as a
God,
person.
You
Yes.
can offer that to yourself. Yes, of course. And like, you know, like everybody's been telling me things like, yeah, like you gotta be able to reassure yourself and stuff. Like, yeah, of course, I'll be able to do that. But at the same time, I don't want to devalue how much like euphoria it is to get someone else to say like, hey, like, how was work? Like, it sounded like it was a stressful time. That even if you can
Yeah.
reassure yourself, it's so nice. And I think that's also part of what it means to be a human being because we
Yeah.
connect with people. We're social creatures. And I don't think it's a bad thing either. You know, I think there's a lot of narrative around being single. It's like, yeah, I'm my own champion. I am exactly what I need and I am everything that I need. Like, yes, there's value in that.
Yeah,
But I don't
also
wanna close it
everybody
off.
wants to have that love.
Right, like,
always.
don't-
Yeah,
you know-
external love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can love yourself obviously to the fullest
much as you want.
but
Yeah.
you
It
you
gets
still
to a
crave a
point.
little bit of external love from anybody.
Yeah.
Whether it be from your parents, from your friends,
Yeah.
from a significant other, like you're gonna want that external love from somebody. So I think it's important to kind of, I don't know if it's like seek out that love, but like kind of find the people around you that will give you that love, like unconditionally, you know?
And you know
Yeah.
what? I think, like nowadays, I feel like a lot of people are getting into this. I don't know how to describe it, but I would describe it as like therapist talk. And they're like, "Oh, you're not serving me right now," or "You're not, like you are outside the scope of my boundary," or whatever. Like they see saying some shit like that. I'm like, okay, let's be real. Like you just searched up some TikTok that told you about this shit. Like you're just spewing that out to me.
Yeah. Thank you. Wow.
Oh,
thank
gentlemen.
you. Gentlemen.
I'm trying.
Chivalry.
I'm learning a lot.
William.
Sir William.
The third.
The third. But I think at the end of the day, like everyone seeks that connection with another person.
Of course.
And everyone who's trying to push this agenda of, self-love, which is fine, but like you still have to leave room to allow other people into your space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not all.
You can't be hyper independent.
Yeah,
Right.
no,
Yeah.
that's not healthy. That's not how we were created. That's not how like our human society is built on. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of
I
people
agree.
lose the border between self-love and selfish these days.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
like-
yes.
Oh,
William.
shit.
Can we
Will
talk?
Met. Yes, Will Met.
Sorry,
Can
I
we
keep saying
can we
William.
talk about that, sir? But yeah, like I sometimes like I hear people talk about self-love and like it's a beautiful thing. It truly is.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes I hear about self-love and I think, there's no compassion in self-love. And when there's no like in your self-love, so when there's no compassion in your self-love, it just becomes selfish.
Yeah.
It just becomes everything that doesn't go my way isn't good.
Yeah.
That there's no compassion to try to understand someone else,
Yeah.
to try to give something a chance. That like it then loses the very essence of love. It's just self at that point. That I don't, I think, like you said, like we all go through TikTok and we allow TikTok to be our teachers these days. And that could be a very dangerous thing. I was listening.
Yeah, anybody can upload it.
Yeah, I was listening to this like professor talk on this like mental health podcast, and he was like, I hope people really know that like there are a lot of unqualified people giving advice these days.
Yeah.
That just because something makes sense, like you can
Sounds
understand
grand.
it. Yeah, just because you
Yeah.
can understand it
Doesn't
doesn't
that
mean it's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we fall into that trap. It's like, oh my goodness, this makes sense. So all of a sudden you're like, everything in my life is now explained
It needs to be
because
shifted.
I understand this TikTok. But
Yeah.
this is like a 19-year-old person just talking out of their ass.
Saying how they feel.
Yeah.
And you know what? And like sometimes they may have like a good point
Right.
in their video, but I think it's important to be critical and important to like take everything with a grain of salt. Like you're living your
Yeah.
own life, you're living your own human experience, and like no one else is living your exact life. So you need to be able to like take these opinions and everything and like be able to filter it into your own vision. You know what I'm saying? And that comes back to like being an artist. Like you're trying to portray how you view the world. If you're just taking in things and you're like, oh, that's right, that's exactly what's happening in my life, and that's all. Like, okay,
Yeah.
let me just take that in as facts. Then
Yeah.
you're not really like living your own life. You're just kind of like listening into
You're just
what other
regurgitating.
people- Yeah,
Yeah.
regurgitating, exactly. I was like, yeah. And again, that's like the therapist talk, and everyone's kind of. Personally, my Instagram has been like, or not Instagram, but my TikTok has been hella that, because I'm like, oh, that's pretty
That
cool.
makes sense.
That makes sense. But I'm like thinking about like, wait, this guy's 15. Okay, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, they gotta be credible for sure. Yeah, love is such, and I'd say love and loyalty, I just realized is such a complex thing because a lot of people will have a lot of love for somebody and they will go through a lot for that person, but a lot of times it may not be their person and it's not beneficial for them and it might actually be deteriorating them, but they have that love and that loyalty to the point that they stick it out and they just really stay and they're like, yeah, this is my person, blah, blah, blah. So like, I'm just going to go through whatever. But I feel like personally, if it gets to a point where you feel like you're not growing and you feel like you're actually going on a downhill, then that loyalty, like, yeah, because I used to always be that person where I'm like, ride or die, like, whatever, like, we're going through it together. But if that person is not heading in a path that you want to go, you might have to just cut it because,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we are here for ourselves and, like, we can only look out for ourselves because nobody else is going to be like, hey, like, don't do this, don't do that. Like, we know what is best for ourselves. So, like, yeah, that's what I learned personally is that loyalty it can get really complicated because we can go through a lot of things for a certain person and then actually deteriorate ourselves. So we have to look out for ourselves.
Yes.
Snap to that. Snap to that.
Slam poetry right there.
Thank you.
Cynthia.
Cynthia, die for Cynthia's.
Fucking dead.
But yeah, I resonate with those people though, because like, you know, if you love somebody, you want to fully ride out for them, but love cannot be everything. There has to be self-respect, respect for each other, because love is an emotion overall, and we have to have that logic behind the emotion as well. Yeah, I'd say that was my hardest realization in life, is realizing that love is not everything. We have to actually be headed in the same direction and have respect for each other.
There's a lot of other factors.
Yeah.
I think my brother like taught me this at a very young age, and he gave me this example of like, you know, we're like eating in a restaurant. And it's like, Andrew, like take a look around. And we're like looking around the restaurant. It's like a bunch of like people. We go to the same like cafe every time. And he's like, take a look around. There could be the love of your life in this cafe right now, but the chances are you're probably not going to meet them right now because you're here with me, and like that's fine. But it's all about, you know, love is love. Like there's an emotion, but there's also a little bit of luck. You know what I'm saying? What are the chances of you running into them at the doorway and talking to them actually? What's the chances of they also being single and you being single? What's the chances of that they actually, you know, find you hot or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like at the time, because, you know, people go through changes. Yeah. It's all these factors that come into play. And he taught me this so young. He's like, you know, there's love, obviously. There's the affection. There's the movie, Love at First Sight. Like she's the love of my life. And I saw her from across the room and I want to be with her. How I Met Your Mother style. But there's also like the luck factor of, is she in the right position to be with you right now in this moment that you saw her? Maybe not. Maybe yes. It's all up to chance. And I think that was a really humbling lesson that he taught me. That taught me like, you know what? Like you may be single right now. You may be taken or whatever. Like whatever your situation is, just know that in this universe, this huge, huge universe, like this chaotic factor of love, it's going to be different for everybody. And you don't have to beat yourself up. It's not always you. It's always, it could be like them. It could be this, it could be that. Like there's always these factors. And I think keeping that in mind, at least for me, kept me a little sane. Like, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm okay with being single. I'm okay with being this. I'm okay with being, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, all right, that's what's up. Yeah.
I agree, honestly. I would say everything happens in divine timing and like,
Divine time.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
divine timing.
Yeah.
Jesus!
Stop.
Oh, sorry. Buddha! No, just kidding.
Yo, you made me forget what I was about to say. Okay, hold on.
Sorry. Take your time. Take your time. It's all good. It's all good.
But when you were talking about that, it made me think about like serendipitous moments.
Yes, serendipitous.
Like, do you guys believe in like serendipitous moments, like where?
I don't know what serendipitous
So
means.
serendipity is like something good that happens, like kind of like
A happy mistake.
it's like a happy mistake.
Oh, okay.
Like you didn't expect this shit to happen, or you didn't plan for this stuff to happen, but it just did, and you're happy that it happened.
Yeah.
Dude, I knew a girl in high school whose name was Serendipity.
Stop.
Her name was Serendipity.
Yeah.
Damn.
And she's like, yeah, my parents named me Happy Mistake. And I was like,
Wow.
I was like, I'm so sorry. But like, also, that's awesome.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Props to those parents.
Yeah.
Damn.
She's awesome. She's awesome. She's
she's
very
aw-
smart.
That's
Anyways.
a sick name though. But I'm saying like those moments like always happen like obviously when you least expect it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just go through life and then say you meet somebody like out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and then you're like, wow, I didn't expect to meet this person, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
And I
shit
feel
like
like-
that.
Sorry. I feel like a lot of times when you talk to people who've fallen in love or like are in relationships, they're always like, oh, I wasn't really looking. I wasn't like searching.
That was exactly my point that I was going to say. Love is not something that you can go searching out for. It's like something that kind of just happens when you're at the right place in life, or, you know, maybe like just everything needed to line up to a certain point. Because like you were saying, what are the chances of this? What are the chances of that?
Yeah.
There's so many opportunities and things that could happen in a day that whatever does happen, it was clearly meant to be, because anything else could have happened.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking to the microphone. But
No, you're good. You're good.
You're good.
yeah. Sit.
No, but these are good points because I feel like the modern love culture is very much like, let me present myself perfectly. Let me find someone who's presented themselves as perfectly as I want them to have, and then let me perfectly connect with them
Yeah. And then
off of this app, and then this is how I'll find love. Like this is how, you know, like
It's very like not organic.
yeah, like let me package myself, and I'll find someone who's packaged themselves perfectly, and then we'll have a packaged perfect love.
like
But that's
couple.
and it you know it takes everything away. It
Yeah.
takes everything away. It takes all the
Connection.
yeah. I feel like, you know, maybe I'm an old soul, but like I love the rusticness of like old love. Is that
No,
like
I feel that, dude.
going on a
I'm the
trip,
same.
traveling, and then meeting someone at like a cafe?
Exactly.
Like
Yes, sir.
you know, I don't
Like,
need
I want
to
it
know.
to be unexpected.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I don't
We
want
talked
you
about
to.
this. We
Yeah.
talked about like so we have this podcast called Walkie Talkie.
Tune in.
No, I'm just kidding. But we like hung out the other day, and he was just like recording me on his phone. Maybe I'll share it on the edit.
Ding.
But then we were just like walking around like Richmond, and then we're talking about how, you know, like dating apps are very similar to social media apps. And the thing is, like with social media, like Instagram, Facebook, blah blah blah, like you want to highlight the best moments in your life.
Yeah.
You're showcasing the highlights of your life. With dating apps, it's the exact same thing. You're just highlighting the
But, like,
best
on
parts.
crack.
Yeah, on crack. You're literally just highlighting the best parts of your life,
Right.
So that
So
people,
someone can gravitate towards you.
exactly,
Yeah.
they find it appealing, but it's like turned up to
Even
like 10
more. Yeah.
because you're also okay. What do I say to her? I'm literally dissecting everything
Right.
that I'm saying to her versus like what she's saying to me.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And this
Right.
is all over the phone as well. Like it's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like usually it's over text, which
Yeah.
is like the most inhumane form.
Yeah, you haven't heard her voice. You don't know what she
Yeah.
sounds like.
Yeah.
What's
the
her
tone,
personality?
the energy, everything.
Yeah, what she sounds like a valley girl, bro. Like I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out.
I like.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's like the craziest thing ever. And I feel like, sorry, you were about to say something? I'm gonna pause you right there. I feel like, personally, I don't fuck with dating apps. I think it's fun.
Me
It's definitely
neither.
fun. It's definitely fun.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember making a profile together. But I've always like turned it off after like a week. Because I'm like,
true.
this feels fucking weird.
Right.
You know what I'm
Feels
saying?
forced.
It feels
It does
very,
feel
very,
very,
very
Yeah.
It does
forced.
feel forced.
I feel like on that note, I feel like we talk a lot about Riz these days. You know, we're in this Riz culture. Like,
W Riz.
yeah, everybody's trying to be like, yo, you got W Riz, or like you got L Riz, you got negative
Yeah.
Riz. And the thing is, like, that makes us think even harder about how we approach people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
really, the best connections are made when you're not even thinking about that,
Exactly.
right? Like,
It's effortless.
Yeah.
It's unexpected.
and these
Yeah.
days, like making connections with people, I have to constantly remind myself, like, I don't need to say the perfect things.
Yeah.
Like, I just need to say,
What
I'm gonna
is
give
true.
myself like this much time to think about what I want to say, because whatever comes out in this short amount of time
It's
is truly
authentic.
who I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
And if they fuck with it, they fuck with it.
fuck
And
with
if
it.
they don't, I can't put up this act forever.
Right,
You know?
yeah.
I can't put up the let me think for 3 hours, craft this perfect message, like
no.
act forever, because
Imagine if you're like sitting right across from her. She says something, you're like,
All
right, give me a second.
I need to.
3 hours later. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like that's fucking weird, bro.
Yeah.
yeah, literally.
Crazy.
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah, authenticity is everything, because as long as you're your true self, people will sort themselves out, because as long as you know you're keeping it real and you're just doing you, there's no regrets. You're not like, oh, maybe I should have done this or that. It's like, no, I was keeping it true to myself. So
And if they
whatever
don't like
happens,
you,
happens.
if they don't like you, you still stay true to yourself.
Yes.
Exactly. And there's 8 billion people in the world.
Abundance.
You're not
Yes.
gonna get along with everybody.
Yeah. Abundance.
Yeah. Abundance.
Like,
yeah, there's an abundance of people.
Yeah, I've been learning about this idea of scarcity versus abundance.
Abundance
It's that
mindset,
like
exactly.
a lot of times we're really scared of losing things because we're stuck in the mindset of scarcity.
Yeah, we
It's
think
like,
there's not gonna be any more.
yeah, like whatever, like a job, like a partner.
I need to go to the bathroom.
I think it just gives me a lot of peace, you know, like even because I was gonna have a career in the States, right? And I thought America, that's the only place to have my career. And I didn't look at the rest of the world. I didn't look at the rest of this big global map that we're living in. And I didn't even allow myself to do that because I thought there's a job scarcity, there's a career path scarcity as well. That like when I lost that opportunity, I felt so sad. I felt so like hopeless. So I'm allowing myself to dive more into this idea of abundance and dive more into the idea that, there are people out there as well that I never would have thought that I wanted to connect to that will offer me so much.
Yeah.
What's that?
100%.
That's my thought.
The opportunities are endless.
Where did you hear that from? I feel like you were connecting with that scarcity versus abundance.
Scarcity? Yeah, because it's so true. It applies to everything. If we think that what we have right now is all that we're going to have and this is it, then we're going to attract that energy and being like, oh yeah, like you're lacking things. But if you see yourself as abundant, you're going to see, it's a huge world. There's so many people, so many opportunities. Every day is a brand new day. Whatever you want is very much possible because there's so many opportunities. And so, but if we think that there isn't, then we're going to live like that. And we're just going to, be so attached, I guess, to what we have. Yeah. But once you let go and realize that.
Yeah, in abundance.
Yeah, in abundance, exactly. That there's so many.
Oh my God. That makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Right?
So like,
yeah, because I feel like as an artist, you're always like looking at yourself, like downplaying yourself.
Yeah.
A little bit of imposter syndrome. You're like, do I deserve this for real? But.
Yeah, to know you're abundant is to know that there is so many more good things out there. Whatever is good now, even if it leaves, it doesn't mean that there won't ever be anything good ever again,
Yeah. Oh my God. That is a new lesson.
Did it unlock something?
That did unlock something for me.
Something when I heard it.
Yeah.
For the first
Me
time.
too. Yeah, when I found
That's
out
crazy.
or abundance versus scarcity, it really did unlock.
You can
something.
apply it to so many things.
Everything.
No,
in
that's
life.
actually crazy.
Yeah, because we are deserving of good things.
Yeah.
So to think that we'll only have one good thing ever would be completely insane.
Yeah. Can we drink to that, bro? That's
Salute to that.
That was
Salute to
amazing. That was amazing. No, honestly, like that's a new lesson for me. I haven't heard that before.
Yes. that's
Abundance
amazing.
versus scarcity. Because I always felt like
It's huge.
I've always felt like, oh man, like people can do this. Everyone can do this. I gotta like fight for this because it's scarce, whatever. I didn't know that. Oh, you know what I'm doing? I have so much of it, and I can give it to people.
Exactly.
Abundance. Oh
And
my God.
the beauty too is that everybody is different in what they do. So there will never be another person that dances like you dance or directs like you direct.
Your uniqueness.
You bring a
is
certain
abundant.
asset, a certain quality. Yeah, it'll never be just exactly the same.
Yeah.
I love her, bro. She's great.
Thank
Great.
you,
Oh my
you
God. Can we
too.
bring her back? Bro?
Yeah, I'm with
So
it.
good.
I'm with it.
So
You guys
good.
are so close to my house.
Anyways, cheers up, bro.
Cheers
Salud,
to that.
salud.
Salud.
Cheers.
No more
Can I
pineapple
ask what
juice?
your
To
ethnicity?
abundance.
Nah, I got some.
My ethnicity. You want to guess?
What, salud? Are you Salvadorian?
I am actually. Yeah, I'm half Salvadoran.
Okay, half Salvadorian. I don't know what the other half is. I'm gonna be real with you.
I don't know.
Thai.
Thai. Actually, I
okay.
can see that.
You see it, right?
I feel like I can see that.
I mean, there's obviously some type of Asian. Yeah.
No, I see that.
What about you? Oh, okay, wait. You are Vietnamese.
Okay, Nikki told you that, bro.
No, she didn't actually.
No?
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn,
that's
You're
good.
Filipino.
Oh, obviously.
Chinese or
Yeah.
Korean? Oh, okay, yeah, Chinese. Yo, I'm on the
Wow.
dot.
You're on the dot
Oh
right
my
now.
God.
Wow.
She almost missed this, but she got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
In some instances, you can look Korean.
Yeah.
Honestly, a
some
lot of
instances-
people,
yeah,
a lot
in
of
some
people say that.
instances,
When
yeah.
I was in college, people invited me to the Korean Student Association, and I was like, "Hey, you guys know I'm not Korean, right?" They're like, "What? I thought you were just Korean American. You just didn't speak Korean." I'm like, "No,
Dead.
But you do look Korean.
thank you."
I can see it though.
But I want to do one of those like, what was it called, like 23andMe or
Oh,
something.
23andMe.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like one of my ancestors,
Oh, okay.
they probably had a little bit of a fun trip in Korea or something.
Yeah, they
A fun trip.
I don't
had
think
a
I'm.
little frisky time.
Yeah, I never mentioned it.
I'm definitely Vietnamese through and through.
Nah,
You think it'll be a
Filipino
very
too.
boring test? 100%.
Maybe a
For me,
boring
it's Vietnamese. Hanoi. You know what I'm saying? He's just spitting me. It's fun.
Damn, that's
Um,
crazy.
Okay, so Thai and Salvadorian, that's what's up. That's what's up. I knew Salvadorian because I used to have a lot of friends in high school that are Salvadorian.
Yeah. So you see like the.
Yeah, you know what I'm
I don't know, I
saying?
guess the skin tone. I don't know.
No. You just gave me the vibe. You just gave me
Okay.
The
the
vibe.
You might be the first Salvadorian that I know.
Yeah.
No way,
okay,
bro.
I'm honored. That's like
No,
'cause
you-
every
you
time I
lived
say
in
El
LA,
Salvador,
bro.
they're like, "Oh, I know somebody from El Salvador." I'm like, everybody says that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I did live in LA, but like, I was hanging out with TikTok folks.
They're all Asian.
They're all Asian, man.
All Asian. Maybe one white guy. Let's go, BB. No money. Oh, do you guys have any questions?
I do actually.
You have a question?
I've been
Okay.
dying to ask this question to
Yes.
somebody.
Yes.
Because I've been thinking about this question a lot. Is what is the last time that you truly went out of your comfort zone and felt really, really good about that? Because lately, lately I've been really like pushing myself out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And I found so many like fruitful discoveries about myself, about like what I'm capable of and what I can bring for myself. Like even saying hi to someone, like after wanting to talk to them for so long, I realized that's so out of my comfort zone. But once I did it, I was like, wow, like Will, look at you, you go, like you brought yourself this joy. And that made me realize something else, is that a lot of times we're so negative on ourselves that we miss 50% of the good things that we bring ourselves.
Yeah.
I heard this
we
from
can
a
talk ourselves out of
yeah,
it.
I heard this from a podcast that negative couples, toxic couples, they miss 50% of the positive things that the other person is doing for them.
Yeah.
And I think, well, I'm in a relationship with myself, and sometimes when I focus too much on the negative things, I miss 50% of the positive things that I bring myself. So
Half glass full versus half glass empty.
That makes a lot of sense. though.
crazy.
Yeah.
That makes
That's a
lot of
good
sense,
analogy.
but
though.
seriously, like, and then yesterday I was like really talking to myself, and I was like Will, like you're feeling good right now because you did this for yourself, and you don't give yourself enough credit for that. You pushed yourself out of your comfort zone, and it was so scary, and it took so much. But once you did it, that very action itself is now something in your repertoire.
Yeah.
That you can, that's your muscle now. You can use that because you now have confirmed with yourself,
You can do it.
I can do it.
Yeah, that builds confidence for
Yeah.
sure. When you prove to yourself that you do things that maybe you thought you couldn't have, you're like, hey, all
Hey,
right.
I
Like,
did it.
I'm not what I am talking myself out of.
Yeah.
I can be much more than what I think I am. Because
Right.
what I think I am is just based off past experiences. But right now, we have the present moment and we can move forward however we want to.
Yeah. So I'm curious of what you're like what is the last time that you did it? What was the most recent time?
I feel like I'm in the process of that right now.
Really?
Because I'm also doing like I told you, like a music like visual right now, and like it's kind of brand new to me because I'm like trying to get all the people that I want together to create this visual that I'm imagining, and it's very ambitious because it's costing me a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie. It's cost me a lot of money.
Art's
you know?
expensive.
It's
Sponsor
really
us.
expensive.
Sponsor us.
Art's sponsor us. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm putting this together and I'm like, okay. And I remember like telling Josh and like JR, if you guys remember JR, you know what I'm saying? About how like why am I doing this? Like there's literally like what am I gonna get out of this? I'm literally just spending all this money, all this effort, all this time for what? But at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, you know what? Like personally, I feel like this will fulfill me, and this is gonna prove to myself that I can do this. You know what I mean? And like this is gonna get a little personal between Will and I, but like I remember telling you that I feel like I wasn't good enough of an artist to work with you. Because Will's a director, by the way. And I was like, I feel like I'm not good enough to work with you. And so like this is my proof that I can. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna make this video, I'm gonna make this visual that's amazing without you. And I'm be like, okay, yo, check this out. This is fucking fire, right? And it's like, yo, let's come work together. Let's come work together. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm trying to get rid of that fear and just like, you know, do the stuff, do the art.
Prove yourself wrong.
Yeah, prove myself wrong that I can do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like in the process of this, and there's a lot of signs that have been telling me that's like, don't do it, bro. It's not the right time. it's always been like, oh, your 2 dancers are sick right now. Like, you can't do this rehearsal properly, or the pool is like, or like this venue is not working right now.
Some shit.
Yeah, some shit. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. You know, fuck you. Fuck you, universe.
Wait,
The show goes on.
You remember what I said back to you?
What?
Do you remember?
Oh yeah, it's like I'm making money off this shit.
No.
Oh no? Okay, I that's all I heard.
No, like the very fact that you are doing this, that courage, that fuck it, I'm gonna do it. That's what makes you worthy enough to be a partner of mine, to like work with me. Because I don't care about, the final product.
Yeah.
I feel like I always connect with the bravery of an artist.
Yeah.
The bravery, and like I've for a very long time thought I wasn't worthy enough to work with you, because I look at your choreo and I'm like, damn, this is brave.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like this. But that's what I resonate with, bro. So whatever it comes out to be, I hope this process and what you just said just now, like it makes someone like me very excited to be eventually a collaborator with you.
Bro. Oh my god. Yo, is this a friendship affirmation or what?
I think it is a friendship.
It's a friendship affirmation.
Call it. You guys need one of those signs, like whenever you
ding, ding, ding.
ding, ding, we did it again.
Friendship affirmation.
Well, dance routine.
Do you know what a friendship affirmation is?
Not really.
No?
You had that with your
What
friends?
You guys are saying it's like a bling, like a right on the dot type shit.
Yeah, it's
No?
okay. Like imagine you and Nikki. Okay.
Yeah.
So imagine you guys are talking and stuff, and you're like, and she says something like,
Oh, and you're like, this is why we're friends.
"This is why we're
Yes,
friends."
exactly,
Exactly.
exactly.
Okay, she knows.
She knows.
Yeah. That's exactly what just happened right
Yeah.
now.
Okay, yeah. Exactly.
We have these
It
talks
affirms
like
it.
once a month.
Yeah, I remember before we did the podcast, like, us, Lloyd, and so we used to do this podcast with another guy named Philip.
Philip.
He helped us out. He helped us out. But we sat on that fucking balcony the first night, and we had our friendship affirmation, and we're literally talking about like, oh, like this is why we came together, like how to
Yeah.
become friends, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's really important in friendships, because sometimes, life gets really busy, and we're like, oh man, like I don't know if I can make time for this person, blah blah blah. And that's totally fine. Like, you don't have to meet each other. You don't have to talk to each other
Like every day.
Yeah, of course not.
But when the times you do get together, it's like you're reminded of why you guys.
You guys are
Exactly.
friends. Like, why these
Yeah.
people are in your life.
Exactly. You're like, they provide value into my life. They provide comforts. They provide
they
safety.
uplift you.
Safety.
They uplift you. They push me to be better than I am. That's
so
friendship
important.
affirmation, And I felt that when you and Nikki, what I'm saying, or you guys were talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's what
It's
just
like,
happened between Will and
come
I.
on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that's really important. And personally, I feel like
It
it's really
is,
important in
yeah.
friendships. And I know, like with guys especially, it's like hard because it's like
Because like we don't
Sure,
like talking
yeah.
about
we gotta be
like-
tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. That's a whole topic on its own.
I feel like I'm the most
whole-
emotional guy I know sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, male or female, we're human. Like, we
Yeah.
all have a heart.
We
all
feel
have a
stuff.
brain,
Yeah.
So it's like, how can we expect one to be more? It's just really a connotation.
Yeah.
Like, and like an expectation. Yeah.
Damn.
That's all I have to say.
Wrap it up. Well, thank you guys for tuning in on episode 14. Nikkaela's not here to say her piece, but we have Will and Milliana.
Dude, that's such a good name.
That's a good name. That is a good name.
That's such a
Thank
good name.
you.
That is a good name. We gotta have you on
Thank
again,
you.
like
Yes.
on your own.
100%.
You
It's
live
not my
next
last
door.
time.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
It's
calling you on
definitely
again.
not my last time here.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode
Yep.
with today's guests.
Yeah, yep.
And next week we'll have Lloyd back. We're gonna have a new guest.
And Will.
You
back.
might see Will again
No,
next
Will's
week.
coming back next week.
Hopefully.
No,
I
you
really
are.
do.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you're gonna see Will again.
I'm gonna
next
fight
week.
you, bro. If you don't come back.
But yeah, shout out to Russell Brewing.
Oh yeah, Russell Brewing.
Russell
If you
Brewing.
if you watch till the end, please comment down below. Russell Brewing Company.
Yes.
Know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They're really great. They're like super nice, and their venue is super sick. they have like board games and shit like that, and you can just order pizza, drink some beer, play some games.
Damn, that's a good
If
time.
you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
beer that tastes like chocolate,
Yo, this is good.
It's
This is
good. It's
Can I
really
get a
good.
Squirtle?
It's really
I'll
good.
drink the rest of that. Yeah, it's so good. Maybe one day we can try to convince them to like do a
Do an
podcast
episode
there.
in the brewery or something.
Yeah.
Oh, like Russell is a guy.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know so far. I don't know so far.
But they're sick. They're sick.
They're sick.
Their
They're sick.
fucking beer is good.
Their beer is good.
Because he's like convince him. I'm like, oh, so there is a Russell.
Hey, yo, Russell.
Russell.
Yo, let us in, bro.
Yeah. No,
Dude, yo, a little story about when we picked up the beer. We went up to pick the beer, and the girl came out with like a fucking fuck ton of beer, and she was typing on the pad, and we're like,
oh shit, we gotta pay for this?
we gotta pay for this shit because it's like a lot of beer. I did not want to pay too much.
yeah, of course.
And she's like, yeah, okay, here, take it. I was like, oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're like, at
Yeah,
first,
right?
at first I was like, by the way, we're like from behind the bar.
Yeah,
and,
we're
like,
sponsored.
and like they put aside some beer for us, so I don't know if you guys like had
Yeah,
that
yeah,
aside or if this is the one.
yeah.
But
Probably for inventory.
Yeah. But she
I'm
clutched.
sure-
She clutched up.
She clutched it up. So shout out to you.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day we'll record some sort of episode in
With
the
Russell.
brewery. With Russell
Himself.
I don't know,
That's what's up.
but everybody give a huge round of applause for our guest today.
Yeah, yeah. They're killer. They're killer.
Milliana?
This is a good episode.
It was a good episode. Lots of
talked about a lot.
There's some raunchy stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we came back to
everything.
some
And we came
fucking-
back to some deep shit. I don't
Yeah.
even know how we always do
But
that.
hey, again,
It's a very
human
insightful
experience,
episode,
bro.
Hell yeah.
If you feel like we share too much, fuck you, bro. Fuck, I don't give a fuck.
We're speaking our truth, you
I
know?
don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But anyways, this has
been Mar.
this is Drew,
Well,
Milliana.
Milliana. We'll put their Instagrams in the description.
All the socials down below.
But we'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Last shot.
Last shot.
Actually, there's no shot.
There's no
no
shot
more
left. But
Okay, last chug.
last
Or
cheers.
drink. Yeah, okay, cheers. All right, let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Beautiful
yo.
people.